3 beers. 4 beers.
Recall,
Review. 5 beers.
Ramble.
6 beers. 7 beers.
That's the thing, like, the film seems so high production, and then it was a student film, Play Balls.
It's important to the plot though. Gotta make budget cuts somewhere.
So you can have like 30 seconds, like more every single scene had 30 seconds more than it needed to.
But have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself?
No.
We are merely the expression of a genetic code that freezes at a particular moment.
Is that what the script said?
Yes, but your DNA conceals billions of other possibilities. Inside of you there is another you, or should I say billions of other yous. One single injection unlocks your DNA, starting a new cellular division that will release another version of yourself, younger, more beautiful, more perfect. This is, title card, the substance.
But that's the thing, this is why plastic surgery was invented, not that anybody needs it.
A long silent beat over the title. It then disappears, silent beat on the black screen. You are the Matrix. Everything comes from you, and everything is you. This is simply a better version of yourself. You just have to share 1 week for one and 1 week for the other. A perfect balance of 7 days each. The one and only thing not to forget, you are one.
You're on acid.
You can't escape from yourself.
I feel like I've let somebody from White City into my house.
So the script then is absolute gold. As you can see, it's got this big black bit of text that says you are one. Then between it and its next bit that says you can't escape from yourself, it says back to the 2 balls. That's in all caps.
Back to the 2 balls.
Because that's important.
But the only thing, wait, I just realised even the balls were yellow.
Yellow and blue, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's something about that, but that's the thing, like, so obviously blue's, like, the reason why NHS is blue is because the colour's calm and stuff like that, and yellow's vibrant and happy, and but what do they represent in these films? Because I don't believe that's purposely what it is.
Yeah, if we get to the end of the movie and determine what the colour meanings are, we've done a good job here.
Because that's what I was trying to figure out the whole time, because they were so vibrant and they were so prevalent, especially that yellow coat. That girl loved her yellow coat.
Coraline, iconic.
Yeah, what was them? Oh, that's a stupid blind box figurine. Never mind. Or Georgie and It.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just these very like bright in your face childlike colours. But she was even wearing them when she was older, and that's why I'm kind of confused. And even when the egg and the palm tree happened, and
filmmaking.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Even that one cut where it was just like a random bit of road where you could only see like some of it lit, and it was blue and yellow.
Yeah,
or it could have been a road, I don't fucking know.
This is The Substance, the movie,
yeah.
the podcast. It's a bad movie.
Bad?
Like, we have to start there.
Yeah, I really was upset, because I remember the first time you watched it, and I was thinking this was going to be a Love Witch situation.
Like that one.
Yeah, but Love Witch is good, but I was thinking it was going to be a situation where it was going to be this big feminist mumbo jumbo, and I was like, oh, you're just not going to get it, I'm going to really like it, and you're just not going to, and I'm going to explain the film, and you're going to have a revelation, the film's going to be great. I hate it.
I got it.
It's awful.
I got the film. I don't understand what other people are getting from it. Because it feels like everyone agrees, right? So this is the feminist story. This is very surface level, very easy to see. Unless there is some mad, even deeper story that neither myself or yourself can understand, and that's what everyone else is seeing, I don't fucking get it.
I think that's the thing. I understand it, but I don't like the execution of it. I think that's my issue, and I think because it's all about this idea is when women get older that they feel like they feel like they're replaceable. That's the thing. Because when women are younger, we get so much like attention from men and kind of this pandering, and it's not wanted attention. It's not good attention either. And then as you get older, that fades away, and then it's that self-worth kind of goes, because that's all women are. It's something to be looked at or something to be perceived, and it's not about who you are as a person. Because that's the thing. Think about the film. What did we actually learn about the two characters as people? Nothing. We learned that they're vain and they only care about themselves, and they care about their image too much, and that's all we learned about, and that's because that's all that men view them as, especially in that field of work. So it was kind of about the way that makes women feel, and the fact that women will go to such extreme lengths like plastic surgery, to go and alter themselves to still be relevant and current. Because I think a lot of women kind of lose their identity, not obviously speaking for personal experience, but lose their identity as they get older, and as they kind of stop losing that, because that's all that women know. And I think people base a lot of their self-worth off of the attention from men, because women haven't allowed to be people for so long, that's what people base their worth off of, is their looks, and that's what happens a lot as a ghetto, especially like young ghettos looking up to like celebrities like Ariana Grande, who's like like thin as a twig, and all of these people in Addison Rae, and like all of these like big celebrities who are beautiful plastically, and it kind of molds these women and these young ghettos to want to look and feel that way and want to be this big thing, but that's not what being a woman is. And having the perfect body, the perfect hair, and the perfect teeth, that's what the film's trying to do, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't.
So you're going to bring this level of thought and analysis, and I have 2 slides dedicated to how female bum standards are changing in the past 40 years in the United States of America, and I have a slide dedicated to 10 reasons why women like men's bums, because that's where that's where my analysis went.
No, but
It's very important to me that we address these 3 slides at the midpoint of the movie when we get our first shot of man bum, because women like men's
I always
bums.
get very surprised when a man has a nice bum.
I'll give you 10 reasons why women like men with nice bums.
Okay.
I'll give you 15 reasons why men like women to have them though, because that's the article I found. And then in between I'll give you an article about standards changing over time, which fascinates me.
Well, yeah, it's like all the Greek statues and stuff like that about how women were more beautiful when they were bigger. I mean, we even saw that in relevant days, like with Kim Kardashian and things like that, about having these big, massive, like Brazilian butt lifts and all of these things. And now everyone wants to be stick thin. But a lot of that's also stealing stuff from like African American culture and things. But that's not my
I'm
ballpark.
sure the article does not go into any of that. It's written by a man.
I honestly was so surprised when you said the substance was written by a woman. Because it honestly feels like how a man would want this film to be made. It honestly feels like how
You think a man would have that thought in portrayal of men?
Have you seen the men nowadays?
No,
Have you seen the men going and reading feminist literature outside of a coffee shop,
I
looking
suppose
around for someone
pretending,
and
yeah.
drinking match? That's what men do. Men are performative now. There's so many performative men around.
I
To
felt
get
like
women now, that's
I felt
what
like
it
it
is.
was written by a female when I was watching it, because of how the men were written in the film. They came across, I mean, it's just because I went straight to pantomime. It was almost like they were too pantomime to even be
It was
fucking
the
real.
way that the women were written that I didn't love.
Wait, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I really
barely written.
Yeah, I liked the perception of the boss guy in the colourful suits, like our pantomime villain.
Harvey Weinstein himself.
I did really like the scene of him like eating and how gluttonous they like physically. I really liked that kind of physical representation of that without actually like saying that, because that's the thing, he didn't talk about money and he didn't talk about anything like that, and it showed that through symbolism, which is something that I really appreciated from that film. But I just feel like a lot of the ideas kind of get lost and they get mumble jumbled. I feel like there was a lot of symbolism throughout the film, and there was also a lot of just telling you things but also telling you nothing at the same time, but the symbolism wasn't working, so there kind of is no clear message at the end of the film.
This film's not praised for its message.
But that's what the film's about, so that's what makes no sense
The
to
film
me.
is praised for the cinematography.
Yeah.
The film is praised for the effects work, and the film is praised for being a horror movie that, for some reason, critics like.
Yeah.
Because critics fucking hate horror. But for some reason, this one they like. No
think
one
that's
ever talks
absurd.
about the story.
But that's what all I heard about it was before I watched it was the story. I think that was coming from being a woman and being on the internet. I did like though see at the end it felt very like Carrie, the horror film.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of. I
Definitely
liked
inspired
that.
by it,
Yeah, I liked that. I see that a lot with films though that's all inspired quite like Carrie. I love that film.
I mean, you make it good in the 70s, you might as well remake it every decade.
It's maybe every decade, it's like every fucking 5 years. So I bet you somebody in my class is going to try and recreate a Carrie thing for the slasher film. I'm telling you now.
That's just never gonna work.
Or it's Scream, it's always fucking... I love Scream.
Yeah.
So much.
We all love Scream.
But stop.
But
Stop.
Ghostface, but you can so easily get a Ghostface mask.
I know, but be original. Stop. Be original.
No.
You have a brain.
There is no original thought.
There is. You have a brain. You have a head. That's the one thing that I will say this film was kind of vaguely original.
Yeah, it did a lot of creative stuff. It threw a lot out there, and I think it missed a lot.
I just feel
But
like
it did hit every now and again.
I feel like if they gave the scripts another, 5 years and maybe a couple of different writers, then I think it could have been a
Knocked off
really
40 minutes, cut off 10 seconds from every shot.
Just got rid of half of the film. I feel like
What
it
half
could
we
have been
getting
really
rid of?
good. Most of it.
All of the Demi Moore stuff.
Yeah, not all of the fucking R scenes. You don't need that many.
But that's the plot of the movie.
It's bums.
Yes.
No, can I say that on Spotify?
See what the fuck you want.
Okay. I did forget that you and Ryan did do a Friends with Benefit podcast. I still haven't watched it, and I'm
Friends
honestly
Benefit.
no, because
Flawless
you and
movie.
Josh. No, was it about a film? I genuinely was convinced that it was going to be you guys just talking hypothetically if you were Friends with
I
Benefit.
kid you not, the first hour and a half of that 3-hour-long podcast is me and Josh White on a quiz. Would you be a compatible FWB? And it's written by like this, it's in like street language, so it's like, that's what I'm calling it. It's awful. And one of the questions is like, you and your potential FWB are going to an event, you go over beforehand, and they're wearing a nicer outfit than you. What do? Do you A, compliment the outfit? Do you B, rip it off and have a quickie? And I was like, Josh White, what are you doing? What are you doing, Josh White?
What did he say?
And I said I'm ripping it off and having a quickie. Like, it was the only
Josh
option.
White?
The only option. Josh White stood up and left the room.
No, it was especially after your Edinburgh Fringe story that you told me earlier on. That's when that reiterated to me. I was like, oh, that podcast is about them fucking. Cool.
Yeah, there is. Do you think I have any form of integrity and morals?
For Ren. Justice for Ren. I've been saying that for quite a while now. Justice for Ren.
I do have integrity and morals, and I love Ren more than anything in the fucking world.
But you love the bums and the substance.
Do I fuck? I hate bums. And I've got an entire slide dedicated to what I just don't get. Bums as well. I had to entertain myself, so I was taking mad rants, and I've just been, when we were watching the movie, I was trying to play the role of a man or something.
Oh, yeah, because I was very surprised when you kept talking about the bums. I was like, because I thought this one was going to be so uncomfortable for me and you to watch together.
It would have been if I didn't just keep going.
And I was like, Brian, I've not seen this side of you. I was like, should you worked on Spellbound? And okay, this makes sense now. I'm now not scared.
But it's just complete fucking irony. I think this film's a load of shite.
It's bad.
And I think it's got an over-reliance of shots that...
Of bums.
I mean, a few maybe, but there's
yeah,
too
some of
many.
them were cool. I liked the one where she was like positioned in between his legs. I
Yes, there was
really
some
liked
really
that
nice
one.
shots.
Yeah.
But there was also some that were... I really like the shower.
Yeah, just not how many.
I think how many, absolutely, because that was a constant throughout both of them, and you could see the difference forever. I like the shower. I didn't like the Pump It Up video at all. I think that was awful. I didn't like round 2 of the Pump It Up video.
No.
But I did find the fact that they have a bum camera hilarious. Like the production team actually has a camera just directly, and all you can see,
It's
16 by 9 ass. I thought that was very funny.
I think the reason why I didn't like the shower so much in this, I just think because there was so much filler, and which is I know that's what you're meant to do.
Changing size and shape and
I know, I
length
liked
and
that. I
width,
liked
and it was-
that. I really liked that, but
What
I
is
didn't
reality?
like. I know. I didn't like just how slow it was, and then all of a sudden I was back in a shower, and that's when I felt like I kept clocking back into the
It's
film,
a film that is too slow,
but too fast at the same time.
but too
weirdly.
stylised.
Yeah.
Pick a lane. If you're going to be
yeah.
a slow-paced movie, I can get behind that. But if you're going to be stylised, and you have scenes where there's incredibly fast cutting,
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
but then there's also shots that last for fucking ever.
That's the thing,
Pick a
though.
lane.
Like, I've lost my train of thought now. I just think that it was very slow paced for it to be directionless. That's the thing. It was very slow paced for it to just nothing to happen. Like that's the thing. I've left the film not knowing what the substance is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Bad.
yeah. Well, fucking no shit.
Not just the movie, I mean the concept.
Yeah, no shit.
That is shit.
But it's like, why is it here? Why is it being created? Who's created it? What's the purpose of it being created? These are the things that I want to know, and I feel like if I understand why the story was led through this one perspective, but I think it would have been a lot more interesting and if we actually got answers about anything throughout it. And I get they were meant to be in her position vaguely. Well, not vaguely, but predominantly, but it's just a bit like we could have had that for half of the film and then gotten answers and felt things for her. Because I did feel bad for her at the end.
I don't get who the target audience of the film is.
Women.
But is it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know any women that liked it.
No, I know. It's bad.
So why is this Oscar nominated by men?
Because it's made for women with the underlying themes of being made by a man. Because it's meant, that's the thing, I think the film is basically, I think, meant to show the male gaze through women's eyes of how the male gaze makes us feel. But instead, all it's done is made a film of the male gaze instead. And all it done is catered to men who want to look at arses on television and want to look at boobs and want to look at naked women and want to look at these actresses naked. And that's all it's done. Exactly. But that's all the film's done.
Yeah.
And that's not what the film was intended to do. Because that's the thing, the nudity in the film was meant to be actually empowering. That's the thing, it was meant to be very empowering. What's the older actress?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. So, it was meant to be very empowering for her to be naked and show what somebody her age looks like. Even though, I'm sorry, what she looks like for her age is not fucking realistic. Her skin is flawless for a 50-year-old. And she's also got plastic surgery, just to point that out. So it's still not even realistic in that sense. Her performance was amazing, but it doesn't meet its purpose of feminism. And that's the thing with it, like, to circle back to The Love Witch. The Love Witch shows feminism through the male gaze, and it does it correctly.
Yes.
It shows the sexual fantasy correctly, it does everything correctly, even counteracts feminism a little bit as well, but it does it correctly. Just saying, love you, Annabella.
The script is just shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, is that, like, there is, as I said, you are the Matrix. That line made me laugh the first time. But this is another little section from the script. A long silent beat over the title, it then disappears, silent beat on the black screen, and at long last, an image. That's a really weird way to word the script. A yellow ball, like blue tack, upon a white surface. High angle, top shot, like a lab demonstration.
Well, that's what it felt like. They did that. It felt like a lab.
It's just not script.
No, it's not. It's not script.
There's a few rules of script writing. One of them is you don't write in shots.
She wrote the script though. She wrote it for herself to direct, so that's understandable. Because the way that I would write a script for myself is different from the way that I would write a script for somebody else. That's the thing. So that kind of makes sense, but it's still not script.
So she was born and raised in Paris, Coralie Fargeau, who might be how you pronounce her name. Fargeau? French?
Yeah.
She was raised in Paris. She decided to become a filmmaker when she was 16 or 17, thanks to Wikipedia for that. She studied at Sciences Po before beginning working on film sets. In 2010, she attended La Femis, a prestigious cinema school in Paris. She was selected to be at etcetera Scenario, a year-long scriptwriting workshop basically she was sent to, where she was told her screenplay would never be made because of how violent and graphic it was.
It was definitely violent. That's the thing. I hated personally the thing with the eyeballs, but I loved it. But I absolutely hated it because I'm terrified of eyeballs. That's the thing. See the gore in it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
The gore in it absolutely fabulous. I hated it. I'm not always a big fan of gore, and that I really even like the people putting needles in their arm is the one thing that I can't watch that. But the gore in it was fab. But it just kind of felt like, see, when I said what we call was the sunbeds.
Yes.
With the lights, when it was like the person was coming out, I was just like, you don't really know what to do here. That's what it felt like. Sometimes it was showing this really like flashy, artsy visuals, because I was like, you don't know what to do here.
When she was attending La Femis, her and a group of director friends created a collective. I really wish this wasn't French because I can pronounce words. La Sequandra, where they all tried to edit their features together, facing similar difficulties as they each wanted to create genre films. They met twice a week and invited filmmakers and industry professionals to share success stories with them, which helped them to gain more realistic understanding of how the film world worked and, logistics of how to get their stories told, essentially. So that's a nice little scene set into the director. Seems alright.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear about our first feature film?
Oh.
Revenge. Hype has been building around Revenge since the ultra-violent and stylized feature debut by French director Colin Farlow premiered in the Midnight Madness slot of the Toronto International Film Festival. It's gory for its finale, in which a man and a woman chase each other around a villa, slick with their vital fluids. Falco personally applied the blood and the walls to the actors. Yet even more striking than the violence of this rape revenge western, what a genre, is the way the camera's gaze suddenly flips from male to female gaze.
Yeah, I saw her trying to do that in The Substance and it just didn't work.
The story sees three wealthy, middle-aged CEOs, all married family men, get together for their annual hunting game in a desert canyon. It's a way for them to let off steam and to affirm their manhood with guns. As a man, I love a gun. But this time, one of them has come along, the young mistress, who quickly arouses the interest of the two others. Things get out of hand, and she's left for dead in the middle of the arid hell. However, the young woman is very much alive, and the hunting game turns into a ruthless manhunt. That was by Anonymous B. Thank you, source.
So it just seems like she's tried to make that bit better this time and with more meaning, and the meaning hasn't worked. I mean, is this our second film?
I believe it is our second film.
Just say, for her second film, it's class, but how the fuck did she get this budget? I'm sorry, how on earth did The Substance get this budget and these actors?
Would it have been better if it was 90 minutes and had like 30 grand to it? And it was made in one room in a basement.
Sorry, I just got such a fright seeing them in my mirror. I just saw a man hanging out his window smoking a fag and I genuinely thought he was in this flat. Can you not see him?
It's classic Dennis Quaid.
That gave me a fright.
No, I can't
that
see.
really scared. See, from this perspective, all I can see is his malice. That really gave me a fright. Oh, he's just walked back in his house. He might have heard me. Sorry, man. Sorry, neighbour. I don't know if it would have been better. I think the only thing that could have made this better is if she had an additional writer on her script. And if she had a you to tell her no. You're very good at telling me no.
She's fascinated with the suspension of disbelief and is a fan of using imagery and symbols to express something simple in a powerful way. She is fascinated with films that are able to create their own world and manage to exist outside of the realm of reality, citing references like Kill Bill and a Ramble. Sure. She also likes humour to make violence more tolerable, but I really like the violence in the fight scene when she genuinely kicks a lady across a room and she flies.
That makes more sense because I wasn't sure if she was actually trying to be funny with what she was doing. I wasn't sure if it was purposeful.
It was
or not.
absolutely purposeful.
Oh, okay, well then that works because I was like, see if this is something that this woman's done really seriously and thinks this is the most like epic thing ever, I would have been a bit like, oh honey, someone's got to sit you down and tell you. But that makes more sense now. But that's like even the fact that
someone sits her down and tells her while slipping an Oscar over to her eye.
Did she win it? There's no way.
No, she got nominated for Best Picture and they won Best Something. The Oscars. They won Cannes Film Festival. Because that's the kind of shit that festival likes. She listed David Cronenberg, John Carpenter, David Lynch, Paul Verhoeven and Michael Haneke as
You listed David Lynch as an inspiration and made The Substance.
Yes. Coralie Fargeau is French.
Right.
Not that means anything. It was filmed in France in the Cannes pantries, so the pantries in Cannes were used as Ellie's pantries. Well, you know, you could have.
We didn't need pantries.
The pantries are fucking vital. Don't know ask me what I mean though.
I want to know what it means because that's the thing as well. I don't know if you noticed. So see, in the start of the film, and the pantries had these really lovely blue skies, and then it changed to dark and cloudy.
There was
and gloomy.
one, and then there was two, and then there was three pantries.
Yeah.
There was various different numbers of pantries at different points.
Yeah, I don't know if though. I think that symbolises because at the end there was three, wasn't there?
Yes.
Well, it's because there's the three of them.
Sue, Elizabeth, and Monstro. Is it Sue?
I didn't appreciate that.
What,
The
Monstro,
Eliza
Sue?
And the Monstro, Eliza Sue. That's just fuck off.
But it's in green. The writing was in green.
I don't know how much I appreciate the writing throughout the film.
I was on board enough. It's
I just think there was.
especially when it's accompanied by the dramatic womp.
Yeah, I just think there was somehow simultaneously too much and also nothing going on at the film at the same time.
Yeah.
Like it was weirdly unforgettable but never forgettable at the same time. Like I couldn't actually tell you anything that I predominantly could about film. But I could also tell you so much about it.
Don't worry, I've got a scene by scene breakdown coming up.
Okay, good. There was just so many cuts that I really did not enjoy.
Oh,
so many dissolves that I
did
not like the edit. I think the edit as well kind of fucked it over.
The
a little
edit
bit.
style I wasn't big on, which is the main thing that detracted from the lack of story.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of the visuals did. Because it's like, I love a weird visual. I really love Buffalo 66, and they have some really weird visuals on that. Really weird compilation.
You need them to be
yeah,
together.
but it's weird because I would normally hate that. Like seeing Buffalo 66, where it's like they've got all the different like screens piling off. Which normally I would have fucking hated that myself, but that one I was actually like, okay, it's kind of weirdly works. I still don't know if I love it or hate it, but I'm endearing to it. Yeah.
So I'll tell you about the lab.
Go on.
So see all of the close-ups.
Yeah.
They were done in the lab. The lab was a 30-day shoot that they did after Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley were wrapped, where they shot all of the close-ups and prop shots and special effects and shrimp shots and that fiery phoenix thing. They did that in 30 days called the lab.
Why did they do it? It wasn't a phoenix. It was
It was
the
a
dragon.
Same difference.
Then it was the heart. Why did they do that? Why on God's green earth did they do that?
Symbolism.
Didn't like it.
I don't know what of. But Farjo, she was very hands-on with this, and she helped with many of the effects. So see the arm that they're injected into?
Was that her?
She's injecting shit into her own arm for
What
that, for
was
the
it?
close-up. I found out that she injected something into her arm. I couldn't then find out what she actually was injecting into
I
her
really
arm.
wanted to know. It's probably some drug that's making this film worse and worse as the day goes on.
Possibly. I think you mean better. Because the more and more drugged up you get, the more likely you are to just shout ass.
Yeah.
Solution to and cause of all of life's problems.
Yeah.
Anyway, it got a fucking shit ton of awards. Let's check out the IMDb rating.
Oh my god, I made a fuck ton of money.
It did make a fuck ton of money, yeah. 142 wins and 287 nominations. I am not going to read through them all. I don't want to. But it was the winner of the Best Achievement in Makeup and Hairstyling for the Oscar.
That was the one thing I commented on, is that her prosthetic was getting worse and worse as it went on her face visually. Because it just, I don't know if this was meant to be, but it just started getting really, it started looking really plasticky, really tacky. It started looking really one-dimensional. That's what I'm looking for. There was no dimension to her face after a while when she first started to get older. When she first woke up after the 3 months on New Year's, she looked, there was not much going on there. There was a lot of sheen.
Doing the BAFTAs, nominated for Best Director, nominated for Best Screenplay. Cannes, it won the Palme d'Or. Oh, it was nominated for Palme d'Or, never mind, ignore me. It won Best Screenplay.
That's the thing.
So the script won.
Be...
Best Picture in the Chicago Film Awards.
The script won a thing. The actual, the script, the...
Yes, it Cannes.
Idiot.
It's alright because you go down far enough here and you get to shit like the Irish Film and Television Awards, of which Demi Moore won the Best Actress in 2025. And nominated for the Best International Film in 2025. I Love Ireland. Oh, there's London, we don't care about there.
No.
Munich, 2024 nominee for the Best International Film. Nice.
Palm Springs International Film.
The Razzie.
What's that?
The Razzie not like bad films? What are the Razzies?
Well, just be nominated and we'll find out. Well, he'd know.
The Razzies are...
Worst actress?
The Razzies are the bad
Dakota
film.
Johnson!
My fucking greatest actress of all time, Dakota Johnson.
What film for Madame Web? Okay.
Greatest film of all
You were
time.
speaking to me about that, weren't you?
It's
In a walk.
fucking brilliant.
Lady Gaga for Joker. Worst director, who won that?
Francis Ford Coppola. Fucking megalopolis.
That's fair.
Madam Web did
Worst
not deserve
picture.
to win. It was better than that.
I still haven't seen the Joker. What did the Joker win for?
Crap.
Madame Web again. It's just the same
Madam
film.
Web is a better
It's Madame
movie.
Web and the Joker just over and over again.
Madam...
The Crow. FK Twigs. Yeah, that's the thing.
Why are you nominating Emma Roberts? She's
I
too good for that.
refuse to watch the new Crow.
Fair enough.
I refuse. I love the original one so deeply that I genuinely refuse to watch it.
This had a point. There we go. The Alliance of Women Film Journalists. Nominated for 2025's Best Picture. Winner for Best Director in Colin Farrell. Best Original Screenplay at won in 2025, Colin Farrell. So the Alliance of Women Film Journalists seem to quite like it.
That's the thing, like, she seems to be a decent director, like, as a person. But that's the thing, because I really loved the concept of the substance. Like, I love it, but...
It just didn't look into any of the interesting things about it.
No, I just don't feel like it actually did the message and women itself justice.
The Women Film Critics Circle Award, it won Best Movie by a Woman, Best Woman Storyteller and Best Actress.
Unless she was
2025.
maybe trying to like explore. I don't know. I want to get into her head. I'm very interested in what she actually has to say about it. Like why.
I'm sure we could easily find an interview with her later.
Yeah.
It made money. Budget was 17,500,000. That's maths.
That's actually
And-
estimated. Jesus.
Yeah, and then its opening weekend in the US and Canada, 3 million. But its US and Canada overall gross was 17 million, and then its gross worldwide was 77.
Jesus.
So they're alright for itself.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is just a little fun fact that I found before we get into the scene-by-scene breakdown, where I talk about bums a lot. Colin Farrell, the director, her first film job was working on set bringing Demi Moore coffee
Really?
on the set of The Passion of the Mind.
That's quite cool, actually.
That's a
That's
fun
such a
little
really
full
sick
circle.
first film job. So
Yeah.
with Demi Moore.
And this would have been Demi Moore when she would have been in
Yeah.
her 20s.
Yeah.
So she came back to her in her 50s for this script.
Yeah.
So I think The Substance is another one of these films that the romanticised surrounding the film is actually better than the film itself. We don't talk about the film itself. What we talk about is the romanticised story that is the first horror to be nominated for an Oscar. A film directed by a woman that is done good critically, and this weird romanticised tie back.
I feel like though if the film didn't commandeer as much as the male gaze, it wouldn't have got as much attention.
That's almost definitely true.
Yeah.
Because we live in a shite world
Yeah.
for women.
Yeah, but why is that not being recognised? If it's a feminist film, why are we not recognising that?
Because there's got to be another level that we're just not getting. Surely.
I feel like I'm getting it, I'm just not appreciating it or agreeing with it. I just think I'm not agreeing with what other people are saying. My whole career is cancelled now. This is going to get found out in like 10 years. I'm never going to get a job again.
Scene by scene breakdown and notes. You ready?
Fab, go.
As I was watching the movie once, I made notes of everything that happened, or everything that caught my interest. I highlighted certain talking points. I kind of strung it together as we normally do. The film starts after an eventual abnormal amount of credits.
It's like 5 minutes of egg and what else happened at the
Egg!
Jeremy Clarkson!
Egg!
Egg.
There's an injected egg shot from above looking down. There's a slow injection. The egg then splits into 2 yolks. It's a long shot, and I added my comment in here. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. Like, I liked the idea of it, and I liked the stylization of it, and I just quite like watching the yolks separate.
They could have done that quicker though.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, and I think it was a really pretty shot, but I feel like that shot would have been really cool if we actually got to understand what the substance was, and if that was, we maybe got to actually see the lab and see the people doing that, instead of just a random first shot. I feel like it also then as well was good kind of like foreshadowing. I don't know, it felt like they were trying to like attempt a cold opening, but they didn't, but they didn't. It was confusing.
Fade up and dissolve onto a Hollywood Walk of Fame star being crafted by 4 men for Elizabeth Sparkle, still shot from above. I still don't like the perspective.
See, I like the idea of it, and I like how we came back to it at the end. I just don't feel like it needed to go on for such a long period of time. I felt like we got the answer. I felt like all we really needed was a homeless man walking over it, and then a few of the other people, and someone dropping something on it, and then that was it. That
Ready
was
for
all
some
we
cunning
needed.
insight from Ryan?
Yeah.
Men build stars.
That is the film. That is the substance. Is Men Build Stars.
Men build stars. That's what I saw in the first minute of the movie. Was Elizabeth Sparkle as a star, and it was made by 4 men.
I really hated her
Ensigns.
last name.
Sparkle.
She's a 50-year-old woman. Even as a 20-year-old woman,
Yeah, but
your last name's fucking Sparkle. Yeah, I know it was for the
Twinkly.
yeah, but
Snow
it
globe.
felt like fucking It Ends With Us or whatever that's fucking fuck you, Clean Hoover. Whatever that film was, and the woman works in a flower shop, and her name's like Lily Rose something.
That's not the best one of those.
That's what it felt like.
The best one of those is in any romance ever, when a woman goes, "I'm looking for my Mr. Right. Hi, I'm Jack Wright."
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than Jack Wright. And there's a great one, I can't remember the name, it's a Christmas film.
The
And
snow
she's
one,
wishing-
the snow,
I've no
the
idea.
snowman that she like he turns
No.
into a man. That one
No.
film's awful. Did I watch that with you?
No, it's,
Don't
my
know,
film's
what's
better
that?
than that. I think it's called Mistletoe Mix-Up. She's making a wish,
Right.
and to her friend, and she says it aloud, "I just wish I could meet Mr. Right." And her friend goes, "What?" She goes, I just wish I could meet Mr. Right. So she meets Mr. Right the next day, and he's like, oh, I'm the Tim Wright, blah, blah, blah. I've got an axe, I'm one of these, like, non-technology guys. And then he's like, oh, I've got a date with him, ooh. And then she almost runs over a guy who's, like, the opposite. He's, like, a tech nerd. And then it's revealed that he's his brother. There's two Mr. Right. She's getting with both of them because she wished for it twice. That's the best one of surnames in movies being awful.
In mine, it's basically, I can't really remember it completely, but she basically, there's a snowman, and she basically, like, kind of does the same thing, like wishes for somebody, and then the snowman that night turns into a human being and goes and steals stuff from a clothes shop that she goes to all the time, and she's a police officer and has to investigate it, and then they fall in love, and he becomes a teacher, and then they fall in love.
Typical fairy tale.
But you have to keep him cold because he's a snowman. But he's a human, but he's a snowman, and he's thick as shit because he's a snowman.
Time passes through dissolves as Beth's fame rises and peaks and she becomes obsolete. The star cracks over time, and a dude spills his burger on the star, smudging him in the red sauce. It was a chicken burger.
It wasn't a burger, it was just bits of chicken with sauce.
Oh, that's even weirder.
Yeah.
And then we zoom in to the star, then we J-cut the music. Workout video my mum probably owns in place and watches this.
Yeah, it felt like from see the old This Morning set.
Yes. Like
the one with Holly and everything, like the really, really old one from like when we were kids. That's exactly what it felt like, and I quite liked it.
These DVDs are historic.
Oh, they are.
Like, you don't get them anymore.
I have actually...
Is it not YouTube that you get these videos on?
Yes, actually, speaking of, my nanny gave me a bag of DVDs if you want to go through them, and I now own a Pilates one.
They're the best.
I'm so excited.
You just put on music and it's just a lady saying, work it.
Pump it up.
Up.
Left.
Down.
Right.
Spin your hips.
Knees to the ground, ladies.
We need to get the bikini body ready.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 50-year-old Demi Moore, I'm rooting for you. She blows a camera. She blows a kiss to the camera to wrap up. She doesn't blow the
didn't
camera.
like that either. Because that's the thing, like,
Who's
they
that
were
kiss
trying
for?
the thing is, it kind of felt like that they were trying to push her into a role of a younger woman as well, and that's what they've done by simply replacing her. You've fucked your thing.
So I'm good at very few things.
Yeah, and it just felt a lot of the things that she was doing was very like young and it wasn't aged properly. But then they had this really old set, and that's the thing, they didn't try.
No.
Like I know that's obviously, I'm not meaning the director or anything like that, but I'm meaning the big boss evil villain man.
Well, he was one river.
Oh yeah, evidently.
Mrs. Sparkle looks a very long orange corridor with so many posters for her. As many people wish her a happy birthday. It's her 50th birthday, that's nice. Yeah. And then she has to go to the really nice location of the men's toilet because the women's is out of order because there's not actually really any women
obviously
in this set. It's actually all just men in suits and then
it's
the 5
the
dancers.
Last one, like the new one with Sue.
It remains just the 5 dancers. Except in the new woke version they have men.
2 gay men.
And it is a cool looking pisser.
The female one or the men's one?
Men's.
Female ones are nicer. I like the red, well, evidently I like the red one.
It's orange in the man one.
Yeah, that wasn't nice. And the men's also had more cubicles than the women's did.
That's important.
Yeah, but that's because there was more men.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was only 2 women's bathrooms.
Well, there's only 5 women.
And then they had, what was if all 5 women need to piss at the same
women
time?
Women don't go to the toilet. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, true. Forgot about that.
So it's a man's...
A pee sparkles.
It's a man's thought.
Yeah.
The evil man then comes in, this is my notes before I actually picked up on characters' names.
I still don't know any of their names.
This is when I started giving them names. And he close up hisses with the face in the camera, shit-talking Elizabeth Sparkle to a random man on his phone. He wants someone younger for views. And his piss is really stop-start. I don't know if you actually listen to the piss, but it's so like, this man is getting stage fright and there's no one around. Like, it's just...
So you're on the phone?
Yeah, but he's not gonna hear you at that. No,
you can.
I mean, I don't know, I just piss. There's no stop-start.
I'm not a man. I don't
anyway,
know.
he's getting old basically. Poor guy needs to get something checked. Is what I'm trying to say. I thought that was quite a good shot though, the way it just stayed static. He walked in, which is weird because I dislike almost all of the other long shots in the movie, but I like this one because anytime this man's on screen, you have to make him feel as gross as possible.
I really liked that. I think they did his shots. His shots were weirdly my favourite in the whole entire
film. Close up on his mouth.
Like even see when they had, I really enjoyed when they had him like looking as gross as they could, and then they had the fisheye lens on her as well when she had just first lost her front couple of teeth. I really liked that. I really liked that. I loved that scene together, and that's some of the only parts in the film I've actually liked the two different like scenes, not scenes, but you know what I mean.
The link.
Yes, clipped together. Two different shots. That's the word I was looking for. Like clipped together, because a lot of the time through the film, I didn't like the two different shots together. And I think as well, their sets were also A, very open, and then B, very organic. Like, see, even in her apartment, how it was the big massive room, and then the kitchen joint on, and then this big hallway, which I think was kind of like this shape, connecting to the bathroom, which is in the void of the house. Is a very organic shape for a house to be. Because that's the thing, everything was either long or big in that film.
God, I love men. I really don't. Elizabeth Sparkle then looks into a mirror because it's been we're 5 minutes into this movie. We've not had any mirror symbolism yet. You look in that mirror, and do you know what? I'll raise your mirror symbolism with like drain hole symbolism. You look into that drain hole.
Why was there a drain hole? Why do we need to see that?
Elizabeth, all caps title card.
Who was that again?
That's Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, okay.
We then get mention of a fart. These are Ryan's notes are top tier actually. Then there's some really over the top shrimp eating girls, close up man shit. Evil Man talks about how at the age of 50 it all stops, and then he struggles
but he's older
to say,
than 50.
not for men,
No.
for women. That's for men. That's when we peak.
Prime.
He struggles to say the word success, and then he evilly walks away with another suited man.
I never actually picked up on that. Yeah. That's interesting.
Some lunch that must have been.
Yeah.
Because you know she was paying.
Yeah, that's true.
He just walked off.
Yeah.
The rich man makes the...
Unless it's company card, because I think they do that at rich restaurants where they have your card on file. If you're like a recurring
True, because there was no females in this except for one female member of staff.
Her. Oh yeah, and we fucking just got to see up and arse, because that's how it works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it might not be how it works, but it's how it fucking...
worked in the film.
I don't even want to finish that sentence. Fucking,
what were you going to say?
That's how it should work. It's just seas of men.
Oh, okay.
It's just seas of men in suits getting their dream, and it's horrible.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well, because I'm also like thinking about it from a male's perspective who isn't evil. Like, how does that not make men feel as well? Like, not that that's, no offense, important, but that must be kind of like a weird, gross thing as well as a man to be like, oh, that's what people think I am, if that's not who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not, so I'm quite content.
That's good, yeah.
This evil man is named Harvey. Legit after Harvey Weinstein, which is fucking amazing. That's Dennis Quaid. And in this scene, Dennis Quaid ate 4 pounds of shrimp. It's a lot of shrimp.
He must have been so unwell afterwards.
Demi Moore called it the most violent scene in the movie. And of all of the scenes in this film, this is the only one that the executives were like, cut this.
Yeah, it did that because it made me feel sick.
It's the
Eating
only
and
one.
Stuff like that though does that. It makes me feel ill, especially because of
all
how
of
gross and
the horrible stuff in the movie that's to come later, all of the body horror. This is the only one that they were like.
He was also I think he was one of the best actors in that film. Dennis
Quaid decided, I am in this, I am doing this, I will give you my fucking everything.
No, he was amazing.
Dennis Quaid is amazing.
He's amazing.
They had someone listed to play the role originally. It might have it later on in notes.
It was really weird. See, even his face really fitted the
He was
role.
perfect.
Like everything about him really fitted that role.
Yeah,
Because I don't even know, just the way that he looked and just everything about, even just like the shape of his face and the longness and like you can like it's just because he wasn't an unattractive man, but he was an ugly man. But he was like as an older guy. Do you know what I mean? There was just everything about him was like he just looked perfect.
Coraline Farshall insisted this scene has to be in the movie.
Oh, good.
And it ended up in the movie. A fly then swims in the juice, and that dissolved into some trees and a car driving.
And that was dreadful. I hate that dissolve.
I love the fly.
I hate the dissolve. The dissolve is god awful.
I always have hated dissolves.
Same. That's the thing. I think a film when you're focused on the edit is not a good film. There's been so many films where I'm not focused on the edit.
This film you have to focus on the edit. It's it lacks fucking substance.
But that's the thing though. I feel like Stephen like Richard said that. Like, a film where you're focusing on the edit is not a good film. If the film where you're focusing on the story, then that's a good film. Because the edit should genuinely be the last thing that you're thinking of, because it doesn't flow correctly.
Unless you know you're watching an experimental piece of cinema that's going out.
Yeah. Mhm.
Whereas this feels like it's trying to be everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I love everything. That's what I want in my films is everything.
And it's an absolute bitch to make work.
Yeah, I know.
As this is an example of. And as she's driving in her car, she's a poster of herself having her face, just her face, ripped from the poster by Three Men. Of
Oh.
course, because men also decide when you're no longer a star. And then she's hit by a car, fade to white, get fucked. Love it.
Car crash.
Every movie needs a car crash.
But this is the thing, I feel like that in the film felt very void. I feel like the way that she found out about the substance shouldn't have been that way. And I did like the idea that it was from an ordinary person, like it was from a doctor, it's just somebody that's, you know, cutting about day to day. But I feel like there was a different way and a more organic way that it could have gone about it in the film. I feel like it would have been a really cool idea.
It does just kind of happen.
Do you know what I would have liked? I would have liked if it was Fred. See the guy going up to her and trying to go on a date with her. I feel like it would have been so much better if she met him or something like that, and then he tried to seduce her, and it turns out there was actually somebody from her school that was trying to seduce her and stuff like that, and it was this really weird, creepy thing, because then it would actually project this idea of this is what happens to women, and it didn't work correctly. And
I
feel
do
they
like
could've done
his
that.
character of, you're 50, I think you're beautiful. Still.
Yeah, I felt bad for Fred.
Fred.
But he was creepy, but
Fred.
I felt bad for him at the date.
Yeah, Fred, he's got some problems, but he means well.
Yeah, well...
Surely.
That's the thing, like a lot of men like that mean well, but it
Yeah.
doesn't come across as well. But I just think the way that she found out about the actual substance felt rushed as well.
Oh, well,
Felt-
gotta get the fucking bums.
Yeah, it felt rushed.
We've got to get
But
to the moon
compared-
landing.
But see, compared to everything else in that part of the film, that part specifically was so rushed. And I really think there's a way that they could have done that where it would have been actually correlated to the story, because somehow she gets in a car crash and she's flipping about. This woman is doing somersaults in her fucking car. She hasn't as much as what? Scraped a molar. That's what they said, broken a molar or something like that.
She's not hurt according to the doctor.
Huh?
But also, see, after we fade to white, the next shot is immediately feet. And then she's not hurt according to the doctor. Just the end. And the doctor's wife, he's a
There's
huge
not a
fan.
feet shot.
Feet in that. Body horror, gotta get the feet in. A lot of people are uncomfortable by feet.
I don't like feet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Sparkle is sat crying, and the doctor conveniently gets an emergency and has to leave the date when he runs off.
Leave the date. The appointment or the checkup.
Oh no, my
Well,
son.
his pager went off.
Well, aye, but
Oh,
a
well, yeah,
convenient
yeah.
excuse
Yeah.
to
To
not-
be fair, everybody does that. I've done that. Do you want to hear a story? I did one that was so awful that was not in my control, right?
and you know I'm not going to cut it, so either decide to say it
No,
or
this is fine because it's funny. So I don't speak.
Not
I
for
went
the
on.
other person.
Hmm.
Not for the other person, I imagine. Unless he deserved it.
So I went on a date with this guy. I only ever went on one date with him. And I met him at the train station, and then we went to the old hairdressers in Glasgow. We went for a couple of drinks, and then we went to the Howling Wolf, which is my favourite. And I just, as soon as I met him, he looked like a younger version of my Uncle David. So I really couldn't look with him, and I was like, oh my god, and he was exactly like my uncle. Apart from he really liked math. And he was like really into it, but he just was so just not with it up there. Like it was just the only thing, because he wouldn't really speak and he wouldn't really ask me many questions about myself, and it's just like you could tell he didn't have many social skills. So I kept just asking him about math, because that's the only thing he would talk about, was how he was doing math at uni, and I was like, I know nothing else about you. So I was like, oh, math, I fucking hate math. I know nothing about math.
Did you go down that route, or did you go down the supportive maths route?
No, I went to supportive math route. Last thing, I rinsed all the small talk that I could, and then I just had to go to math. And then I texted my college mum, and she ended up being out that night, and I was like, hey, I'm out on a date right now, it's not going very well. And then, kid you not, 15 minutes later, this woman bursts through the door and comes up to me and goes, Nan's woken up! Nan's woken up! And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, really? Crazy. And I'm like, hold on, let's go outside and we'll talk. So we go outside and have a fag, and I'm like, that was the shittest way you could have done that. I appreciate you coming on a rescue mission, but oh my god, what a terrible lie. And he wasn't nasty and he wasn't mean, it was just a very, very bad day. And then I ended up leaving. I told him, I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, like it's my friend's Nan, she's a bit in the head, so I'm just gonna go with her. Like we'll meet up and we'll, you know, reconvene. I'd been with him for 4 hours at this point, so it was either we were gonna go to another pub or I was gonna go back to his and he was gonna go back to mine. I didn't know what that happened. I was not doing that
4 times 4.
when he looked like my family member. I was not doing that.
4 times 4.
8.
That's 4 out of 4.
That's not times, yeah.
Anyway, so the shoulder thank you for that. The shoulder's grabbed by the assistant. He checks her heart and then he feels up her spine to make sure that her spine can take what he's about to give to her. She then leaves with the cool shaped hospital I wrote, because this hospital looks like...
I'm not good. 4 times 4, yeah, 8.
You know I'm not going to.
I really want to kill myself.
I might now because I've been on an awkward pause. I'm not going to attack. She leaves the cool shaped hospital with her big yellow coat and sees a USB in her pocket, because don't we all just need USB stripped into our pocket with random crap on them?
Also, the USB was obnoxiously really long.
You got to fit the text of the substance in, because that text is in bold, thick and wide, so you got to fit it on. And
that
also,
USB, I genuinely could throw at someone and like knock them out.
Also, everything's bigger in substance.
Oh yeah.
Everything's bigger in cans.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it's the substance. She's got a phone number and the message reads, it changed my life on the paper. This doctor slipped something into my pocket. Weird. You look quite good, you know, you had all that young looking face or whatever. Anyway.
But that's the thing, look, she's not an unattractive person to be in her 50s. So I'm so confused. Because when we saw him as an older guy, I'm like, oh, you're a bit beyond your years, like you need put down. But she was not. She was beautiful. I mean, she is a really beautiful
wasn't
person.
in the industry she wants to be in. She's about to get. Well, she's got filed.
But that's the thing, though. Do you really want to be in that industry? I don't think
All
so.
she has.
Oh.
It's all she has. Fred from 10th grade homeroom then calls Elizabeth Sparkle the most beautiful girl in the whole wide world. He says, and then he says, "Wow." Wow. Wow. He says it 3 times. And he asks her on a date, now that they've reconnected. I was like, this guy's great.
Now that I think you meant reconnect.
This guy's great.
Yeah.
He uses a prescription to write his number on it, drops it in a puddle,
and
and
even
still
says,
gives
don't
her
look
it.
at my cholesterol level. What's that word? Cholesterol, thank you.
And
Level.
then he still gives her it. Even
After
though he's
dropping it in a
puddle.
puddle, like a really muddy puddle. It's like that big.
And then he gets to the car and fucks off.
Yeah, it's a taxi. And Ryan went, it's a really nice car. I'm like, Ryan, that's a fucking taxi.
It's a really nice taxi. Guy can pay the premium. Elizabeth Sparkle has a framed photo of herself in her insane house. Her house that
that's purely only for framing reasons, which I did appreciate.
Geographically doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, her whole house didn't make any sense. That's the thing, I will say, I did prefer the way that Sue had the house. Sue actually had like a dining table and things in the house. She had nothing. There was no. I was also so confused how somebody, like, whoever the guy lived across from her, because he was just like your average Joe, who like does a normal job and who seems to like do band practice, and then she lived in. I was so lost.
And he definitely plays with stocks.
Yeah, probably. He was a bit of a freak.
Exactly. Big open view of what I assumed was LA when I was making these notes, and that was the apartment was on a giant soundstage. Constructed there, and the backdrop outside of the window was not LED screens, it was a huge fabric.
That's what
with
I
a printed
thought,
image of LA,
yeah.
lit from the front to look like a sunny day, lit from the back to look like...
I did think it was fabric, yeah.
It looked way cooler than it did if it was LED.
Yeah, I actually did quite like it.
Yeah.
The window, I did say this because everything goes back to Doctor Who. It looked like the New Earth episode where Rose was looking out. Not the New Earth episode, but that's not what it's called. The first one where they have Cassandra and she's a fucking trampoline. Yeah, yes. And that's when they play Britney Spears in that episode.
Great episode. She then watches the upbeat substance ad that's like way too ravey and upbeat for what it is that we trial run in the
nothing.
Intro.
That's the thing. There was so less freak out about the fact that, you know, she was out of her body. Is her consciousness in the young person? Is it not? How does the function of the substance
I think they make
work?
it pretty clear. Would you like me to read from the script again? They are one. Remember Matrix and all that crap. Anyway, so as I was writing, she watches the upbeat substance ad. I accidentally typed ass. So I wrote she watches the upbeat substance Well, we haven't got to any ass yet.
You foresaw it.
True. Then the substance title card explains the rules. Big white text, one word filled the screen. I was like, I can do like I said.
But that's the thing, though.
I wish it was more consistent.
That guy has smoked so many cigarettes.
He's having a good day.
Yes. No, but that's the thing, though. Like, because there was less freak out about the fact that she was not in her own body, and that that's the thing. See, if I saw myself lying there on the floor and I've just given birth to another version of myself out of my back, and I see the real me with a big massive open wound down my back, I would be freaking the fuck out.
You would go to the mirror and touch yourself.
No, and I would not then go for a shower. I think I would cry my fucking eyeballs out, and I don't know. I would not be too pleased. I would think that me was dead. I would be panicked. You would just be absolutely fucking baffled and panicked.
Just accept it. That's what happens. They just get on with the film. I was going to say they got on with the plot, but
No
that'd
plot.
be something else. She then bins it because whether you're fucking with this weird ass scam advert thing that it screams the kind of thing that you'd find if you stayed up till like 3 in the morning and you had the wrong channel on. Teleshopping has been hacked, and all of a sudden you've got fucking Heaven's Gate cult man who's like, Jesus is dead.
It was almost like an ASMR video with the clay. Like that's what it looked like.
She then goes to drink alone in a bar, and she has a whole 4 drinks.
Whole 4. I think they're margaritas.
She has some nice drinks. She sees a happy couple to her side, and well, she doesn't have that.
No.
She's 50. It's her birthday, and she's alone in a bar drinking.
Yeah.
She may be a star,
But she's lonely.
but she doesn't have anything outside of 9 to 10 on a morning TV show. Because everything from the rest of her day has just been depressive hit after depressive hit after depressive hit, and it's her fucking birthday.
Yeah, that's the thing though, like, see, after a car accident, why are you getting yourself all dolled up? Wouldn't your body be, like, sore and a bit bruised? She would be bruised as fuck, like, she would be in
it seems like a mean thing to do.
Yeah, but no, but like,
get up and get on with it.
she would have bruises on her, she'd be in pain, she'd be so stiff after being in a car accident when she's literally doing roly-polies down the fucking street.
Remember, the doctor checked her and was like, you're fine.
Yeah, because that's how that works.
She got lucky.
You would have a seatbelt bruise on you as well, though.
In 15 minutes, a woman gives birth to another woman in a bedroom. In 2 hours' time, she fly kicks a woman across, and she legit flies. It's not real.
No, but it's not. I don't appreciate it.
She throws up in the toilet.
Yeah.
She looks at herself in the mirror again. Trophies then pan along, sparkle globe of her in a yellow dress.
Don't like that
She
bit.
throws it at the framed photo of herself and gets the USB from the bin. Gives the number a call. We get a wee darkly lit scene. She's very shadowy. It's kind of like just her mouth in her kind of bedroom, I think, at this point. And the call is very fucking direct. Why would you trust this man?
She was also drunk when she made that phone call as well.
And very fucking sad.
Yeah. But then still went along with it the next day when she was rough.
Demi Moore. Let's talk about Demi Moore.
Also, justice for all the maids that got sacked.
That poor maid.
The poor wee one maid.
Oh wow, thank you. I do love a Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just more curious what movies Demi Moore's been in.
The way that it tells you quicker.
I don't know, I might get an interesting fact along our way.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll do a research.
So I want it in chronological order. So she started off as quite a big star. She was a pioneer for equal salary for women in Hollywood. She was paid $12.5 million for her role in Striptease, which was more money than any of the other actresses had ever been offered at the time. The producer, G.I. Jane, got into a bidding war to see who could get to her film first. Striptease won, blah blah. Just kind of 4.5 million followers on Twitter.
That I needed to know that information.
I could go into her personal life, but I'm not gonna.
She was in Ghost, Strip Please.
She claims that her good health and look is because she is on a raw vegan diet.
She's was in Charlie's Angels, G.I. Jane, Indecent Proposal, A Few Good Men, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. She was in a film in 2012 called LOL. Now and Then, Rough Night 2017, Mr. Brooks, One Crazy Summer,
I'm just gonna read this.
The Butcher's Wife.
I'm just gonna read this paragraph on our Wikipedia.
More Bums, I Spit on Your Grave. Was
Very
it?
good. I'm just gonna read this paragraph beat for beat, and we'll move off it quickly. But also,
She was in Parasite in 1982.
curiosity. In 2009, Moore and Kutcher launched the Demi and Ashton Foundation. So
Bitches.
a non-profit, non-government organisation directed towards fighting child sexual slavery. The foundation's first campaign included several celebrities, including Timberlake, Sean Penn, Bradley Cooper, appearing in a series of viral videos proclaiming that real men don't buy girls. In November 2012, the foundation said it was renaming as the Thorn Digital Defenders of Children.
Sorry to interrupt you, I hate this whole real men don't rape women, real men don't do this to children, real men don't do that. People, like, what, it actually really infuriates me. What do you mean, real men? What do you mean?
Well,
why? But they're men. That's what men do. Why? That's not going to make anyone want to be a better person. It's not. Continue.
She received the Courage Award at the Women's Cancer Research Fund's Gala in 2024. Her career in terms of filmography directly kind of starts off from the kind of say 90s through to 2000s, where she's in a lot of big hitters. She's in a lot of big names, A Few Good Men, St Elmo's Fire, for example, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
She was in both of them.
Austin Powers, G.I. Jane, for example.
Didn't come off the
She's in all the Austin Powers. She was a producer, sorry.
Oh yeah, I didn't think so. Because I've seen the two of them or something like that.
But then she goes from being really active in the 90s to from the 2003 to kind of 2015 only having really 10 films.
Yeah, she's been in that film LOL.
When she's in a bunch of like indie films that no one's ever really seen. Like
she was in one with who's that woman from Marriage Story? Amazing. She was in that film about Hitler.
She's in Rough Night, which is a brilliant film.
Oh, what the fuck's her name? I love this actress as well. She's so good. She played the mum in Jojo Rabbit. The one who.
She played the wife of Nicolas Cage in Nicolas Cage's Nicolas Cage movie. She's been in some good stuff recently. Anyway, she was in Bratz last year playing herself, which is a documentary about something. And she was in The Substance, of course.
Yes.
Interesting. So her career has basically paralleled the character.
Yeah.
Which is why she wanted to take on
the role
as much as she did. But that also must have been incredibly mentally taxing to be playing a role that is basically a commentary of
your life. But that's the thing, like her social life could potentially be different. But she was amazing. See that scene in the mirror? She was phenomenal. Even just like her body language and stuff like that when she was hunchback and the swiftness, it was fabulous.
They all the acting commit.
Oh yeah, it did. The acting saved it. That's the thing. See, if there were shitty actors in that film, nobody would have liked it.
I would have laughed at it so much more. We've got him. I don't want to. Maybe later, please.
Fuck you, BBC.
That's a really funny start to this article. Demi Moore's new film, The Substance, begins normally enough. Now in her 50s and
it begins with an egg. I've never watched a film that begins with an egg unless it's somebody making breakfast.
We've got some quotes from Demi Moore. It was completely unique out of the box script. You could tell it was visually stimulating, she told BBC News, and at the same time we had no idea how it would end up, which made it even more risky and juicy.
It sounds like she's trying to say a nice thing about it.
The role required the 61-year-old to embrace being unglamorous.
She's 61?
And she's doing damn well.
She's 61? Wow.
To put it mildly, highlighting her ageing character's own fading beauty. I felt like that was why I wanted to do it in a way Moore reflects. Part of what made it interesting was going to such a raw and vulnerable place to really kind of peel away. And it's quite liberating in many respects. A feminist film about ageism and unrealistic beauty standards is not unusual, but what makes this film so notable and gruesome is the titular substance used by the main character. Director Courtland Fargeau says that the casting process was a big challenge, but adds Moore really understood the part. I knew from the start that with this kind of story, casting an actress to confront these intense themes, which are resonating closely, was going to be difficult. And when the idea of Demi came on the table, I was really sure she wouldn't want to do it. I thought it would be too scary. And when I heard she reacted positively to the script, I was like, oh my god, I am very surprised. Which is definitely a translation from a French sentence.
Yes.
But I do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just some reviews that I don't want to read because reviews bore me.
Yeah.
Virgil said that when she met Moore, I got to know a lot more of who she was as a person and what she'd overcame in her own life to get to a place where she felt strong enough and good enough with herself to confront all of this vulnerability. I felt she really understood what was going to basically be the request from her, the filmmaking, the levels of risk taking, the nudity that she was going to take.
Yeah, like even that was very big from her. Because it's also very scary, I feel like, as a woman as well, to give away your body for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a movie that's been seen by lots of people.
Yes, in cinemas. That's like would be my biggest fear, is to say my big fucking ass naked body in a big massive screen. Because that's the thing, she would have had to watch this and just look at her. That must be so awkward for her to sit there and have all these like people around and be like, that's my tit.
Moore is the more wide-ranging role, but Qualley also had a different kind of challenge, having to portray someone who was supposed to be the embodiment of perfection.
Yeah.
She said, I never felt so defensive of my own body, so I think it taught me to appreciate what I have, and it gave the kind of closeness to myself that I really value. Depends on what way the person kicked in. When you're meant to be playing perfect and you've got close-up shots of your butt, you've got fake boobs on, and you're wrapping yourself up like a piece of candy, the whole goal is to create that the character looks perfect. And in doing so, we're changing all of the little pieces of me that are not perfect, hiding what's not perfect about actress Margaret Qualley in order to make me Sue. So I was really excited to go back to being me.
Yeah.
Moore picks up, I feel in a lot of ways like Margaret had a lot more pressure in the situation, having to be perfect. I felt great that I could just show up and look like rubbish. But you did not. Margaret, Demi, you did not.
No.
So there was some kind of quotes from the actresses, the director, to kind of
that's the thing, like
have
that
their
you could
input on
see
it,
all
which is
those.
important.
Yeah, like that's the thing, you could see all those like themes throughout the film, and that's like you could even see how much it meant to the actresses in it.
It just didn't work.
And that's the sad thing about it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is.
Because that's the thing, even like from the director, as much as I'm like, your script writing is not the best pen, like you can tell that you can tell from the script, you can tell from the amount of effort and the amount of stuff there is in the script, and even just in the film itself visually, you can tell that she really cared. But it weirdly came off across a little bit like a student film concept. It came off across as somebody who has never really properly made a big film before and had a big budget and just went full ham instead of kind of sitting there. I feel like the film needed like a good couple years more to cook, and I feel like there's something really good could have come out of it if it had a couple years just to sit there and fry.
We can say this.
Yeah.
But fucking worked for a lot of people, so
yeah, that's
so,
true.
like,
Yeah.
on yourselves.
Yeah.
She gets her location, wakes up the next day, shovels, shot from above, drinks a fizzy, reads the paper, sees an advert, and that took about 4 minutes of my life. Who could be the next Elizabeth Sparkle? Must be 18 to 30, blah, blah. She throws the paper away into the bin. And I love that the substance now has its own sound effect.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I think a lot of it as well, see like
We
her
need
when
more
she was
sound effects.
yeah. No, but see see when she was older as well, see how it was her also doing like the mundane things. I think as well when actresses get older they start to become real people, and then see when they're younger you can kind of romanticize them as well, and I think that's why you didn't see her do any of like see that's the thing, you saw her when she was older cleaning up after her, but you never saw that from Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Not Elizabeth, sorry, Sue. You never saw that from Sue. You saw her going shopping and walking about and getting attention, but from Elizabeth you saw her cleaning and in the house and sitting and looking, like, do you know what I mean? You saw her be a bit more slow.
So in movies, every single thing matters. Wonder what the significance of the number 503 is.
Yeah.
She's 503. She walks quickly in the gorgeous sun to a dingy wee neighbourhood.
I don't know,
something
about
like.
the number.
Where's a dingy wee neighbourhood? The Kyle Centre. She sees the shutter on the door and gets it open a bit. Ducks, enters. I'm not old. Or a woman, as this note says. This is a foreign concept to me, getting neglected as you get older because standards.
It's not nice. That's the thing, even now that I'm 20, because I now feel old, I notice that I get way less attention than I did when I was 17 and 18.
And that's
Even that, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, even that, hello car, that's terrifying. Like, I'll go to a pub now, I remember when I was 17 and 18, Jesus Christ, every man in that pub was on my arse, and now that I'm old, I'm like, It's so much better because I like didn't want anyone to
Yeah.
talk to, but I'm just a bit like sometimes I do think about it and I'm like, that's fucked.
It's really fucked.
Yeah.
I'll cut to a white room, lockers and packages. The blacks are really black in this movie, and the whites are really, really white.
Yeah. But that's the thing, I do feel like even with even the really bright colours as well and the really dark colours as well did really contrast because it was either one or the other, which I did actually quite like. I even liked as well, see when I want to know why his suit got darker at one point in the end. Because his suits were so bright and so flashy and so many bright and then it got darker. But that's when the whole film started to get a bit darker. And her dress was the only thing that was really bright and that's
When
the
did the
blood.
film stop being real?
The start.
She's in her house again and she opens the package and she gets the step-by-step guide, the instructions, and it's a load of shit. And I'm like, is this what HelloFresh is? If I was to finally take up YouTube adverts and do a HelloFresh, is this what I'm getting? Is you drink at this time, you eat at this time, you do this then. And it's basically just flashcards of instructions she's got. And then 20 odd minutes into the film we get a naked lady and a bum. She looks
This is when I started to complain. Even more.
She looks at herself in the mirror, her aging
Didn't
body.
this literally take, it took so long to get
Well,
here as
25 minutes
well.
in, yeah. She picks up the
It felt
activator.
more than this.
Oh yeah, it's slow. This green liquid, she injects herself with the activator. Bums interest me. Especially female bum standards changing over time.
Yeah.
And then we get one of my favourite shots in the movie. Whoa, spinny vision, she drops to the ground. And what was it?
Oh my god, that was
POV
so
shot.
funny. But I don't know what it was.
We're on the best slide on this entire fucking PowerPoint.
No.
We are on the best slide.
It's titled Bums Female, if you need to know.
Well, it's because there was originally one titled Bums Male, but
Also,
then I
why do you
combined them
never
into
have
one
fun
side.
with your PowerPoints?
What?
Your PowerPoints are all black and white.
I've replicated the substance as art style in this. I think you'll
But the
find.
titles aren't the same. You could have substanced the title up of female bums to the substance text. That would have taken you a whole like 30 seconds.
Do you know what I did for that 30 seconds? I watched the substance. And then
Waste
found
of
this
time.
article. 15 reasons it's better to have a big butt. This is specifically for a woman.
Okay.
Love it or hate it, your big butt isn't a bad thing because we are May 18th, 2015, published by Elizabeth
Oh,
Mann.
this was around about. Wasn't this around about the time where? Because before it was really bad. So I even remember my mum like complaining about the fact that. Because I mean that's the thing as well. Like, see from her generation, like, because my mum's 20 years younger than Demi Moore, but I know there was such a big thing with like anorexia and bulimia and stuff like that, and wanting to be thin and thick, and then all of a sudden you get Kim Kardashian with like the arse size of Egypt. And I think that's quite interesting, and then that became really popular because I always remember my mum complaining, being that she was like, I've got a big bum and I always hear people of her age complaining about it, even though with our demographic it's favourable.
Well,
And that's what I always found so
Yes.
so confusing.
that's where this is going.
Yeah.
Because 15 reasons why having a big butt is preferable, of course. But fat is relatively harmless health-wise. That's not a preference.
Relatively.
It makes you biologically more attractive. Some evolutionary psychologists believe that men prefer women with fuller butts because it enhances the appearance and curvature of the spine. According to a recent study published in The Evolution of Human Behaviour, from an evolutionary standpoint, this is a very desirable trait. A curved spine can alleviate signal pressure and related injuries during pregnancy, which supports mobility, forage,
But that's your
until the
hips.
baby arrives.
But that's that's of your hips as well.
The Evolution in Human Behaviour study is.
That's what
not lying to me.
Cosmopolitan's selling us. Of course this is Cosmopolitan.
Damn right. I had to find the biggest crap I could.
Hmm.
You're more intuitive with women. You're more intuitive than women with smaller butts.
What?
Studies suggest that women who are generally more empathetic than men. What? Sure, become especially attuned to people's feelings around the same time. They develop curves at puberty. Evolutionary theorists believe there could be some connection between emotional intelligence and butt size. Because can you understand why this is the bet? This is where this podcast peaks.
Why has someone, just to let you know, has studied this, written this, sent this off to somebody else, and they'd be like, this is a perfect article for our young women to read. Let's publish this. And then someone else has gone and promoted this, and then people on Instagram have gone and seen this and be like, oh yeah, I want to read that, and now we're here. Why?
Number 4, you can climb staircases like a boss. Scaling a staircase requires orchestrated effort involving the most muscles below the waist, including the gluteus maximus, which is the biggest one. That makes climbing steps a total bitch for anyone with a flat, weak backside, unless they have strong legs. Hunger doesn't seriously faze you.
What?
It can protect your lower back.
That's fair.
What an image.
Beautiful.
your butt can make pregnancy a little bit easier.
Didn't we have this earlier?
Yes. So I suppose big butts promote proper posture.
No, they don't.
They breed smarter kids. Now this one's worth reading. Butt and thigh fat stores special omega-3 fatty acids. Some scientists believe that when you're breastfed, your body taps those stores to enhance your breast milk because babies need this particular kind of fat for brain, nervous system and eye development. Some biologists think that the bigger the butt could translate to the brighter the kid. That didn't make
So
any
what you're
sense.
telling me is Albert Einstein's mother had the fucking huge arse.
A big butt is like a drug. The sight of a large
To
woman's
actually say
butt
that, oh my god.
activates the reward regions of the male brain that are otherwise activated by drugs, alcohol, and food. What the fuck?
Can you confirm or deny that for me?
Look, I don't get bums at all. I've never looked at a bum and thought, man, I'm drunk now. Except from watching Substance, of course.
That made me feel like I was high.
You're less likely to have dangerous cholesterol levels. Good to know. It can streamline your silhouette.
Thanks.
Diabetes probably won't mess with you. It's like a helmet for your hamstrings. You have a built-in cushion.
That's true. I remember when my house was a bit smaller, it was always really bony after a while, and it does make things a bit easier. That one I do agree with.
Thank you, Elizabeth Nairns, Senior Fitness and Health Editor.
And she's like pretty as well. Why are you doing this with your time? There's no way that's a real woman.
I survived 2 to fuck me.
Oh my god.
10.
She survived 2 types of cancer, 8 rounds of chemo, and deadly infection by the time I was 25. Shit.
10 vaginal odors.
Vaginal odor. Oh.
Just a bunch of exercises for around her butt. Just 46 of the best butts on Instagram now. This is 9 non-boring butt exercises. This is... She's got a trait.
Yeah.
She's got a
Cancer
trait.
and bums.
But America has
That's not the
changed
men.
its... Oh no, we're getting to the men, that's the treat. How the ideal butt has changed since 1910. We're going to go all the way back up.
Nicki Minaj.
100 years. You've heard the saying, girls always want the body type they don't have. Today that phrase could easily be changed to girls always want the booty type they don't have. Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, blah 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 blah. I'm bored. Just give me the timeline.
Kim is like skinny.
So in the 1910s, the ideal for a woman's butt was big and round.
But that's the thing, like they use things like what were they called, like the cages and stuff like that. Like they use things like that, which evidently were not real, to create a silhouette. Now we're having people use plastic surgery. It's a complete different thing because it's oh.
But give it 10 years later in the 1920s, flat. That was preferred. In the 1930s it was slightly curvy, and the GIF no longer exists, unfortunately.
Oops.
In the 1940s it was angular, then curvy.
And that just... Stop, Marilyn Monroe. Could possibly well be.
This was because of the war. In the early 40s,
Oh, yeah, she
women
did
were
a lot
working
of work
outside
for the
of
war.
the home now, filling in gaps left by men fighting in the Second World War, so strong angular bodies were idolised. However, when the American soldiers began returning from World War II in the mid-40s, rounded hips and butts grew more popular.
So did ballet.
They were encouraged as a visually pleasing way to welcome soldiers home. Right, the soldiers are coming back in 6 months.
Time to hit the gym.
Absolutely, time to get these articles read. The 1950s was very curvy, but in the 1960s we're back to tiny. In the 70s it was fit and slightly curvy, because it's got to look good on a skateboard apparently.
Yeah.
The babe of the 1970s in mainstream popular culture. Fit butts. Wow. But in 1980s it needs to be super fit. You know, like the jazzercise videos we've been watching today. In 1990 it had to be supermodel butts.
That means non-existent.
Yeah. Kate
That
Moss,
was-
Ellie McPherson.
Yeah. So you need to have a coke addiction and be Billy McAnorexic.
That's what it says, heroin chick.
Heroin chic. Yeah, because
Oh.
that's what Kate Moss is known for. Is heroin
Good.
chic. Yeah, 'cause she was a big drug addict. I think she's still probably a little bit.
In the 2000s it was toned and round, apparently. With Britney Spears, Beyonce, Christina Aguilera. They're toned round but not super big. Anyway, 2010 to present day, big and round.
I feel like it's starting to change again now, because that's the thing, celebrities always want something, because that's the thing, no one in 2010s had access to Brazilian butt other really than celebrity and people with a lot of money, because it was new. And now that the wider audience, now that normal people have access to plastic surgery and things like that, now it's not becoming trendy for rich people, because now they look like everybody else, so now that's why being skinny and plastic.
No fucking way.
Yeah, what? Is this another one by Cancer Lady?
No fucking way it's the same lady. Who's conveniently called Elizabeth, by the way.
What's she done? What was the article called? Moving Squares.
No way this is the same lady.
I don't know.
No, different lady. Both conveniently called Elizabeth. Anyway, 10 scientifical.
Oh.
Sad.
Error.
Let's actually hold this for a second. Thank you very much. 10 scientifical.
Why are we not even using Google?
reasons women like men. But thank you. But in the 3 weeks, why men like big ass? That's not what we want. I want women liking men, but I'll be really sad if this doesn't. But I can't get this.
You can read some. Go back up. To the very top. You have some. You're 4. You can
We have
read
4 reasons then. That's a shame. Evolution. Health. Confirmation of his masculinity. See, this is going to be a peak article. Made of muscle. That's what we're getting.
Ask ChatGPT, that will have an answer.
Fuck ChatGPT.
Yeah, I know, it just would be funny.
No.
I mean, to be fair, actually, do we want to kill the planet to ask why women are attracted to men's bums? I don't think so.
I mean, there's one thing worth doing it for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a little bit of them enjoyment. Let's get back to the substance.
Oh, yeah.
She's on the ground, she moves around in an unsettling way, and the sound is quite good here. Her back ripples, her eye then splits in 2 like egg. I don't get egg symbolism. It's in a lot more things than...
Well, think about it. Chickens lay egg, it's birth, circle of life. Bullshit.
Well, it's shit. Her back rips open, and the eyes change colour, and we enter the eye, and we see many a light shot practically by spinning light tubes. I fucking love light tubes. There's then a fire heart.
That was literally, that was what I was calling, what was it called?
You went for fucking...
Sunbeds.
Sunbeds, yeah.
It just felt like, when I think I've said this before, but I'm going to reiterate, it just kind of felt like she didn't know what to put there.
Yes,
yeah.
fire heart.
I'm sorry, that was the most tackiest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire fucking life. I love a bit of fire, me, right? I love a fire, I love it. That was so fucking tacky. That's like you're doing a photography class and you're in like your first couple of years, you're not even in uni yet, you're in college, and you're being told to take a picture and to learn how to do things, so like that's what it felt like. It was so fucking bad.
Point of view shot of Elizabeth's mess on the floor, slimy hand, blood vision, steamy nether, white and we are young. The newborn woman.
Also, the steam was so bad.
The newborn woman then examines herself.
For a while.
For a while.
And does the same in the shower.
Who is Margaret Qualley?
Lazar wrote a song about her.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's literally called Margaret.
That's nice.
Yeah. You saw it live.
Yes.
We both did. Separately.
I didn't know the story.
Oh, well now you know.
I just facilitated Ren.
Yeah. We ran.
She essentially was a dancer, which is why she does the dancing. She's a model and a dancer.
I don't know if she was a dancer.
And then she got into Netflix stuff, as you do, and slowly but surely worked her way into the erotic thriller Sanctuary. She appeared in Poor Things, which makes sense. And then the substance happens.
Yeah.
She's in a film called Blue Moon, which premieres soon.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I know, 'cause it's something I do quite like, and I like her acting, but I really liked her in this, but I don't... People are saying, they're electing a new Bond woman as well at the minute, and people are saying that she should go for it. But I don't know, I don't know.
She was briefly romantically linked to Pete Davidson.
So is every woman.
It's alright. I'm about to bring you back to God's gift to Earth. She began dating Shia LaBeouf.
Really?
And we all bow down
older?
to Shia LaBeouf, the abusive piece of shit.
How old is he? Because she's not on her ages at all. She's fairly young.
No. And then she married musician Jank Antoff in August 19th, and she's the subject of the 2023 song I About That, the Ray from Ramble Boulevard.
Yeah.
Filmography is alright. She's in Happy Gilmore too. How did you find yourself in a Sandler movie?
So did every pretty actress though. Well, I mean, so is Jennifer Aniston.
I was writing notes for Happy Gilmore too, because that's the podcast we're working on. Because that is just cameo central. And there is a character in this movie called Sally.
Right.
Who I was about to do some research into, because she legit she's in a bunker on a golf course, not wearing very much clothes, and legit just does the splits in this bunker on the sand.
Is it her?
Yes. And it's Margaret Qualley, which makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Thank you, Margaret Qualley, you were interesting. Anyway, she's got to get the angles in. A bit of poser here. There's a zoom into her eye and then back out. It's a great shot, which is comprised of 7 shots, 4 lenses, 2 bathrooms, 1 body double, and synced movements.
Yeah.
Minus the bum. She touches herself, and then I got into some shaving purisms. I like the shaving pubes.
She can't shave all of them though.
I know, but she's just bald, and Demi isn't. So Demi has lots of. It's not a weird thing to pick up on. It's not weird.
I did think about it, but I didn't
Exactly.
really. But I think it was more done because they can't just have her whole fuck ass vagina out. It was more done. The pubes won't be real.
Very little of it was real. Newborn then looks down at the bloody mess, spews some green, and then gets to sewing up Elizabeth Sparkle. There's a lot of unpleasant close-ups
but
here.
That's the
shot
thing.
on the
There's
lab.
so many things.
How do you know that that's what you're meant to do?
Yeah, exactly. How do you know there was a part where she to get what was it called the thing that leveled her out?
Fucking stabilizer.
Back juice. Yes. Like how? That's the thing. I was like, does she inject that into herself? Does she inject that? I was like, where? And then she just knew to inject it into her back where she was birthed from. How the fuck did you know that?
The newborn then feeds her with food. Then I said, put on some
It
clothes,
looks like
newborn.
breast milk.
This is when I got angry. I was like, put on some clothes.
Yeah, that's what I
Nice.
was thinking the whole time. I was like, a robe or something.
And then I'm not having them naked that long. Like that is uncomfortably long.
Yeah,
periods
I've
of time
never no.
to be naked. Like, I will have clothes on.
I don't
Naked
understand as well.
blanket.
Like, how did they know that they had to be naked each time? 'Cause I don't feel like that was necessary.
I don't think that was in the substance notes.
No, I think they just like to be naked.
The director thought up this weird ass scene one day, taking a shower.
Just the shower shit.
I imagine she's like, no, she thought of this scene with the body spewing lady coming out,
right.
stabilising thing in the shower. What a fucking shower thought that is. And it was the first thing she wrote for the film. Anyway, the effects of the birth sequence, there's a full silicone dummy of Demi Moore. The back was sliced open and it could actually be sewn shut with a real needle and thread. So that's what we're doing. That's cool. And it's on a raised set, puppeteered from underneath with pumps underneath to create the moving effects. And Falso said the movie really is about flesh and bones in women's bodies. Which I suppose there's flesh, there's bones, and there's women's bodies in it. So you've ticked that off.
Yeah.
Then there's the same shower shot from above on a new day. It's a new day. Yes, it is. The body's still on the floor, so you can really touch her tits and ass at this point. She then puts on a robe and begins nosebleeding. She needs to stabilise. She stabilises with back juice. My notes at this point was okay.
Yeah, the back juice I didn't appreciate.
The newborn, because we've not got her name yet, blocks the photo of ES in her apartment, and then as she's blocking it, she sees the casting call, so she puts on the yellow coat
In
and
the bin.
some tight idyllic workout gear is spotted.
Yes.
But wouldn't it not be more comfortable to just like wear joggies to dance?
Yeah, but that's the thing, you've got to sell yourself. That's the thing, sex sells. That's the whole point of the film, is sex sells. Sex is what sold this film.
This was a setup for a payoff. Additions, girl with joggies on gets dismissed.
Yeah.
By 2 guy judges because it's too bad her boobs aren't in the middle of her nose, in the middle of her face, like her nose, and they call for next. And then we pull back the camera because we're in a super wide shot.
Like, it was meant to be like, they should be my nose. I think that's what they said. Like, it should be in the middle of his
Well, that's
face.
weird, a fucking man.
Yeah.
But it's okay because we pull back to reveal Sue ass. So wide, so close on asses.
Yeah.
Sue
It
gets
just,
a
the shots got so repetitive after
She
a
gets a
while.
commando-esque highlight package to reveal her in all her glory. Like that amazing bit of commando where he's strapping up with the bombs. Oh, And we get that, but for Sue, but mainly
It was
the ass.
like, see, when you when we were younger, and it was like we would have like commercials for action figures. That's what it was like.
Yes. Dickie, who I've now nicknamed Harvey, I've called Dickie, walks in and gets to see Sue dance and teleport.
Strip man, right?
He does some teleporting. Then these other guys in suits also do teleporting, and
FBI.
And he's like, you just gotta be beautiful, you gotta be happy. He forgets his female assistant's name and is like, fuck, you're not called Isabella anymore, you're called
Claire.
Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy, that was it.
It's an amazing bit, that.
Yeah.
Dickie he's close up with his, so many close ups.
He was like, who has time to say that?
And he's so cool with Sue's one week off rules because he wants her for the US Army. He then legitimately squeaks. Goes,
oh yeah.
And then he calls her gorgeous and runs off. Harvey was meant to be played by Ray Liotta.
Who's that?
Ray Liotta, an absolute legendary actor.
Show me a
Ray
picture.
Liotta.
I'm really bad with names.
Passed away in 2022. He was in Cocaine Bear.
Oh,
The
I
Big
fucking
Bad.
hated that film.
I think that was his final movie role, was the big bad in Cocaine Bear, and the last thing happened, he got mauled by.
Oh yes, I do know him. Yes, I
Oh,
hated Cocaine Bear.
Identity, Goodfellas.
Oh, good.
Like,
Yeah, there we
Hannibal.
go. Yeah, I loved Hannibal. Oh, Hannibal. Yes.
He's in.
If you'd said that, I wouldn't have known.
He's in
He's
absurdly
filmed
good
with
films.
Whoopi Goldberg, isn't he?
Yeah,
No.
he's in a lot of shit.
Aye.
But it was meant to be him that played the role of
I could see that working.
it, but Dennis Quaid is perfect.
I mean, as we said before, we don't need to reiterate, amazing.
And because he was brought onto the project so late, there was no time for him to do any rehearsals. So all of his takes are just him just giving it his all
Really? That's
in the
fab.
spot, which is insane. I mean, he
That's
really
fab.
liked the vision for the project.
Yeah,
So he gave it
that's the
everything
thing,
he
so
had.
did I. I really loved, that's the one thing, like even before, that's why I even defended it before I watched it, because I really loved the idea of it, and even like the bits that I saw, that's the thing, the bits that I saw I really liked. I think it just all accumulated together, didn't work. So I think also because the film was so isolated, there was never really more than a couple characters on screen at a time. Like the film was so big yet so small. There was
Yes.
not a lot of dialogue, weirdly. There wasn't really, it was a lot of silence.
We don't get any answers to any questions. So
Yeah.
You can't really make it any bigger than it is one person's, two
Yeah.
people's stories, I guess. The beat kicks in, Sue walks the walk, and she gets the photo shoot. Big massive billboard of Sue's put upside the window in their huge house. We have dance practices, stabilised bed montage. That, whatchamacallit, Phoenix Dragon, that shot is untouchable. It served no purpose, but the gown is really nice.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit on a wall until she started walking away. I thought we were going to be at a restaurant, and then she started walking away in our house. I was like,
This is why I kept referring to it as a phoenix, because it was Phoenix. So the main character, the protagonist in her first film, Revenge,
Right.
has Phoenix earrings. So it could be a returning motif.
Well, no.
And Sue has star earrings, both references to stars.
Yeah. They really infantilized her though in the film as well, I feel like.
Infantilized?
Made you look younger. Yeah, and kind of
Well,
made
she
you this
is
fantasy as
one.
well. Yeah.
Or the negative. She's like
Well,
3
she's
days
weak.
old, yeah.
Yeah.
They switch. Good blood crossing tube shot. Sure, Sue faints on top of Elizabeth Sparkle, who motorbikes herself back to life. That is exactly what happens. It gets you thinking about how much Elizabeth is in Sue. Dissolve to eggs because fucking get the eggs in.
Yeah.
There's a shower shot from above. Yellow coat walks. Stop me, you think you've heard this one before. There's an empty orange, very long corridor, and Dickie talks and walks down the entire thing to give her her stuff. And he says like, "I bought you a French bye-bye present." His wife is French. And then he walks away, and he's very fast.
Not the film, sorry, the corridor for it very like The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like that's the thing, there's so many bits that I liked, but it just, the stylization of it all didn't seem real as well, and I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what made it a bit like, I think if the film was slightly a bit more realistic, as much as it did look absolutely beautiful, like that's the thing, as much as I actually made the David Lynch comment, I kind of can see from the set how David Lynch kind of came through, especially with that corridor,
Yeah.
like with Twin Peaks and stuff, but there was just so much going on visually where I feel like it kind of, everything was taking away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well, like, see, why was he eating shrimps? And why, obviously, shrimps are orange and red, and the walls were orange and red, and the carpet, and
Means something.
means something.
Colours. We're not going to
I'm
get
good
colours out
with,
of this.
no, I'm good with colours, but this film makes no sense to me.
The Holy represents Elizabeth's career. The end of it is always in
Yeah.
sight. There's been some tree shots, some really nice tree shots, and they're used a lot. to show what the change of a day or something. Like that's really the only time
Yeah,
I see a tree is when the day changes.
And as well, like, see, when it was so sunny and so bright, and then the other one was really cloudy as well, I feel like, because there was one part of the tree represented day and night, one, and I feel like I think it was used to represent different films and things in the film, but it was made very unclear. I think at the end was kind of showing that, okay, it's done there, it's cloudy, things are going wrong, but wasn't necessary. It just kind of felt like, see, like, I remember I read this script once, and it was like, a bit of dialogue was, oh, it was so quiet, you could almost hear a twig snap, and then the character walked over and stood on a twig and the twig snapped. It felt a bit like that.
Perfect writing.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Sparkle gets the new kit and watches a lot of telly. Sue, we cut to, the star's back, she's drinking Coke, and yeah, you close that fridge with your bum, Sue.
Yeah,
well done.
that's just
very
what you
efficient. She is shot like fun, whereas Elizabeth Sparkle is shot like depression. Sue sparkles at all times, which is kind of cool. Her little thing sparkles. She finds a weak wall to cave in, to make a cave to store Elizabeth Sparkle in. And I just love how she hammers and drills it, you know, women in STEM, as I've said.
Yeah, she just makes this whole epic, like, wall and
she
door
creates
in a wall.
a women cave.
It's amazing. I'm just like, how? Just how? In her underwear, fully in her underwear.
I mean, absolutely, she's comfortable. The neighbour kicks up fuss due to noise. Just wear some fucking joggies, mate. But because she's really pretty, Oliver doesn't care and tries to shoot his shot because he's quite handy. He's got tools, you know, he's got a big hammer.
He's got a tool.
You know what I mean. And then he does a double peace signs and awkwardly leaves. Yeah. Playing perfection, Margaret went through months of training to be Sue, weightlifting, running, yoga.
Yeah.
She had to wear prosthetic boobs to match Demi Moore's, and with them bums hers. And then I was just like, imagine wearing a fake bum. That'd be really weird.
I feel like the fake tits would also be really weird. It would like, have you seen those suits? And it's like the muscular men's. But I mean, I know hers, you wouldn't need to, it wouldn't be all on like that. But even her nipples look really fake. But that's the thing. So, right, this is a woman thing. So, see the colour of your nipples.
Fucking hell.
That should be your lip shade. That's like your perfect lipstick shade.
Okay.
just in case
anything from me that isn't that?
I didn't expect anything more, but I just wanted to tell you that fun fact. I know a lot of women that I'm friends with that like take pictures of their nipple and then like find the lip colour that matches it in the shop.
Finally, she puts a towel on poor Elizabeth Sparkle. What are the corridors in this house? Long, winding, shy. She's got a dark storeroom.
Also, how does that work? Because his apartment looks normal. So is her apartment just bending round his to get to the back? How does that work in a building? It's like, it must be built like, have you ever seen Hotel in American Horror Story?
No.
Oh, well, for you, who knows them, it was a bit like that. It was, things were hidden and the building was built weird with secrets and anyways, go on.
Sue drags the big Elizabeth Sparkle photo away, then she jigsaws Elizabeth Sparkle and closes the door, game over, and that. Yeah. Bright lights reveal bums, lots of them. It's the set of the new dance show Pump It Up, great song. This one's a lot more sexual than Mum's DVD from earlier. At first I did think it was RuPaul that was singing, very far. I honestly think it would have been so much more iconic if it was one of RuPaul's songs that we're singing. It's like, so you better working girl, and strut the runway, work. Or, what's her other one? Her big one. Come girl. Put the face in your bag. Let your butt. Yeah. RuPaul. It's so bummy. It's too bummy. Sue carries herself like the fucking bollocks. She then ends the show with blowing a kiss, men in suits. Lots of them. Praise her performance. Weird as well, because if that was Elizabeth Sparkle saying, why is she stolen it? Because she is Elizabeth Sparkle sometimes. She's a bitch. She enters the orange corridor to see her first poster frame. She walks along the corridor. The Pump It Up music video inspiration came from Dua Lipa and Beyonce. As well Dua Lipa makes sense. The Call On Me music video. No idea. The choreography was apparently a struggle to quality. Despite being a dancer, she didn't naturally have the confidence of Sue and had to do the scene influenced under tequila and weed. Good to know. Love France. It's Sue's era and we are all just living in it because it is time. But I feel like her name was Sue because it's the closest to sex. Because Sue's not a hot name. You can't spell substance without Sue. True, but also imagine like sleeping with somebody and being like, oh, like moaning the name Sue. That doesn't work. That's like that's like an old granny name. She's wearing a leather tight outfit for sure. We'll ask Troy in a bit. She's going out tonight And on day 7, she goes on a mad carry with her pals. Elizabeth finishes her food, Sue comes home with a guy, they kiss, and then at 57 minutes and 55 seconds, there is the best bum touch in a film.
I've heard you going about this bum grab before. Oh, not great.
No, that's because the next best bum grab comes up in another minute.
Neither of them were that great.
It's the camera angle.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
awful.
The outfit as well was something. She
Exactly.
looked like she was on like an MI5 mission.
This is complete irony, but it's me trying to
Also, why
illustrate
did her
how weird
suit
it
like
is.
peel like a banana peel? Why did it peel from the front and the back? Why did it zip? Why was that just seems unpractical? Imagine if you needed to pee in that and you have to unzip yourself front from back and then pull it all the way down and pee and then you're naked.
She bleeds a lot. She gets some more back fluids. She's prettier now. And 104 seconds into the movie, the best bum grab, stroking, touching ever happens, and it's even better than the last time. It's so good that he unzips her vital organs.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Troy the bum grabber. Oscar Lesage.
Oh my god, do I actually need to hear about Troy?
Who is Oscar Lesage, the actor behind this man? I will tell you way too much about the man. He's 25 years old. He's a popular French actor, director, entertainer, and artist from Mulhouse, France. He's best recognised for his work in Marie Antoinette, Forever Young, and Dangerous Liaisons. He came into the limelight in Marie Antoinette, where he played the role of Charles. The show will be released in 2022. That's its first season. This article I love because it just gives you way too much information about this man's life. Like, just get ready to watch this. Because it is just full name Oscar Lesage, alternate name Oscar Lesage, nickname Oscar, age 25, popular for his role in movies, profession actor and director, date of birth October 23rd, 1996, birthplace Mulhouse, France, current residence the USA, education graduate, alma mater, private college, dance training, theatrical musical like Grande and Theatrical du Nord, net worth $2 million, nationality
Wow.
French, ethnicity mixed white, religion Christianity, zodiac sign Scorpio, language English and French.
I think
But
it's a zodiac sign.
But it's okay. Because his father's name's Eric Lesage, his mother's name's Sarah Lesage, his sister's name is Delma Lesage, his brother's name is Mac Lesage, his religion's Christianity, his ethnicity is mixed, and his nationality is French.
Just in case you didn't know the first time. Oh, there's more! His weight!
He's 75 kilograms and 165 pounds, that is. He's 5'11", 180. He's got a clean shave. Tattoos? No. Eye colour? Blue. Hair colour? Blonde brown. Hair length? Short. Body measurements? Chest 40 inches, waist 36 inches, biceps 60 inches. Plastic surgery? No. His acting career, movie and TV shows is not actually that fun, but that was the room right there. His filmography is just a bunch of French shit. But his girlfriend's name and relationship, stop me, please. Marital status, unmarried. Relational status, committed. Wife's name, not found. Girlfriend's name, Ella Pellegrini. Children, son, none. Daughter, none. 9 facts you need to know about Oscar Lesage.
Right, okay, I don't care. I don't care.
He loves to skateboard. He takes good care of his body. He often promotes...
I don't need to know anymore.
Why is there so much information about this guy who has been in 5 films and generally is a no one? Anyway, he often promotes products on his oh fuck, I fucked it.
I turned it off for a reason.
Well, that was sad.
I don't need to know anything else.
I was
about
enjoying myself. Every button's just deleting shit. You broke my PowerPoint. I was enjoying that. Why does down not make PowerPoint work?
You pressed the new one, it's a substance.
Fuck. Hell, what button did you click?
The off button!
How can I not PowerPoint no more?
I'm finding this way too much funnier than it should be. Click on the thing.
The man unstraps her organs casually. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's scaring me. I don't understand technology and I'd like to hurry up and get to the end of this. The man unstraps her organs casually. Elizabeth Sparkle wakes up. Sue made a mess. Man left a note. She's now got a goblin finger. Consequences. She phones the substance. What are the substance? Who are the substance?
Who are they? Who are the doctors? All we have seen from the people that made the substance is hands. I know that the people that made the substance or somebody that has something to do with it has hands. That is, and can answer a phone and can speak. That's all I know about the person who made the substance. Is he a man? Is the voice a man's voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it potentially is a man. Or the man is the person that answers the phone.
Yeah.
The receptionist is a man.
Who's
Fuck
always
knows.
on call.
And they have a really nice lock-up. It's definitely the same set as the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She cleans up for Sue, watches her on TV, sexifying her show, and then Oliver, he's at the door and they probably wank to Sue on the telly or some shit. He suggests drinks. She declines that. Elizabeth collects this week's package. She ends up in a cafe. People are shot like jump scares in this cafe, and an old man creepily says 7 days. It's the old man version of the guy from the hospital who says it's long waiting, lonely times. He says what we are and we've all been thinking. Scary guy. But it's interesting that there's male users of the substance. Like it.
I'm not surprised by that though, because
Yeah.
everybody's insecure. That's the thing. It's just more.
But I feel it more interesting that they elected to point that out.
I liked that
in the
though.
film.
I think I feel like though. I just wish that they went in more. I just wish they had a bit more of a relationship.
I wish they did more of the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
She bumps into fucking Troy the biker, the bum pest. He's such an ass guy. Well-worded Ryan. Elizabeth Sparkle frantically finds the number of that guy from the start who thinks she's beautiful. She calls him. Long pause, he's scared because confidence, but
Yeah.
he's like pausing because he's not a shock. He books Luigi's for 8. Man, I want to be in a Luigi's.
And then she doesn't
8.
go. And she doesn't go because she's insecure and then went fucking crazy. It was like they were trying to do the scene from Jennifer's Body but poorly. But I did like it, but it was a bit like I don't know.
Get ready with me. Outfit of the day. Red dress, big black gloves, Bella's looking. Makeup
beautiful. She looked gorgeous.
Absolutely. Makeup in the toilet mirror as the clock ticks. She takes a look at Sue's lips, her third most defining feature. She then does makeup and puts on the yellow coat, goes to leave and sees Sue's bilbo, her second best feature, tits, and covers her own makeup with a scarf. Sue is literally 3 weeks old, you
It
perv.
covers up here.
Yeah.
In her V dress.
She does more makeup, and I'm so rooting for this date scene.
Well,
at
no,
this
she
point.
takes off makeup and then covers up the
Yeah.
fact that she's tried to like put blush on and stuff like that, and she makes her face look
No
white.
makeup, I remain a man. She has her hand on the door handle, but then again can't leave. Like Sue is in her head. Smudges her makeup. Is this self-harm? Is the substance as a whole just a form of
Well, a
self-harm?
lot of it she kept hitting herself. I mean, mentally, yeah. Well, I mean, it is really because she's allowing herself to be injected and taken advantage of, and that's the thing as well because it does take us. That man's out there. I'm not fucking telling you that. Jesus Christ. And I mean, it is because she's taking advantage of herself, but it's really mirroring the fact that men take advantage of women on the screen, and the fact that they take advantage of the fact that women are so insecure to push their own projection and perspectives on what they want, and they utilise that and they use that because they don't actually care.
She didn't go.
No.
Fred sent her 50 messages or something. She instead ate a lot and watched TV. Sue does some assy dancing again. Squat, squat, circle those hips. Contract, contract, head between your legs. Something comes out of her ass.
Oh.
I like Sue's
Bone.
eyeliner. It's my next note.
I liked her blue.
Yeah.
No, because even that as well. It was at one point the first time that they were going to switch. She had blue mascara on. So obviously, and then she never had blue blue mascara again. So obviously, blue means something. Yellow means something. Don't know. And it was a dark blue.
Well,
Fat nose. No.
Men talk and then frame by frame the close-up shot of her ass. Imagine that, just everyone close-up, bunch of men in suits. That's weird.
Yeah.
Sue then takes 5 and pulls a bone out of her belly button, which establishes that she had organs because they just got pulled out of her back earlier. So how the fuck did she do that?
But what does that mean? Her belly button's like a cavity into her. Like, what does that mean?
I disagree with this statement now.
But
But honestly, I think an hour 15 is when I stopped liking the movie. I kind of really like everything before this body horror bit when she pulls out the thing from her.
yeah, I
Because
didn't enjoy
I felt
that.
like, see at this point, we're an hour in, see if this is a slow 2-hour movie,
Yeah.
they could bring this back and save it
Yeah.
if they didn't go in the route they went. But this is when it kind of became clear they weren't going to go down any route that has answers.
No,
Like
I know
any
that's
sort.
the thing. Like, I feel
So
like
why am I watching the
it
movie if I'm not
feels-
going to get to a conclusion?
like a parody of a Black Mirror episode. It feels like it should have been an interactive Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, time to skip through some stuff. That was a dream,
Yeah.
but Elizabeth Sparkle still made a mess and ate a full chicken. Way more scran. Sue angry calls the substance. She comes on to our set, hears the show's been cancelled. She's called into Harvey's office. Shit, Sue gets promoted because ratings are lovely, and then she has a little giggle. And then Sue's asked to host the New Year's Eve show. Sue steals some more time from Elizabeth Sparkle. A lot more bays
3 months.
that wound and infected Elizabeth Sparkle, who wakes up, shiver shots, monster foot, oof, she's greying. This look was nicknamed Requiem, after Sarah Goldfarb in Requiem for a Dream. They nicknamed all of the stages of the prosthetics, and that one's called Requiem.
That's quite cool. That's kind of like what we did first. But then we all had a nickname, and then everything got really
Absolutely.
confusing. Yeah.
Stopping the substance is an option, but it is irreversible. And Demi Moore's acting is quite sublime here. This is when she really levels up and is doing really well. Sue's acting's also quite good, for what she has to be. And then Dickie, he's fucking flawless. More TV to watch, she cracks her demon knee back into place, she gets the present, it's a cooking book. Elizabeth Sparkle sees a funny edit visions of paper from earlier on in the film where it's like, and it looked shite. She watches Suze on Late Night with Trump or something. Elizabeth Sparkle then cooks. Food is cussed in this movie. She mocks
It's
Sue.
gross. It's like it's like the most gluttonous food. It's the messiest food as well. I mean, it's the same with the shrimp. It's all this disgusting.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's because it's mirroring it's the fact that she's turning into this man because she's like, do you know what I mean? She's putting that pressure onto herself as well of needing to look perfect, and it's kind of showing that she's now demanding so much of herself, like men demand out of her. Yeah.
So the morning show, it went from 40,000 views to 200,000 views, and how many of them went from women to men?
Yeah.
Sue shit talks Elizabeth Sparkle on the telly, so Elizabeth Sparkle eats and cooks aggressively. There's some sort of connection between the two. I really enjoyed the way they shot the whisk like a chainsaw.
Yeah.
I found that quite funny. Elizabeth Sparkle is covered in egg in the face. She then flashes the telly and exit, which is, I'm sure, something we've all done in our lifetime.
I actually enjoyed that scene quite a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
It's like,
acting
look what the fuck you done there.
gets you past it.
Yeah.
She blocks off the view of Sue with newspaper in her window, just
I can
egg to fucking
understand
get
that
it up.
though, like the anger that came from doing, because you do a stupid, weird, outlandish shit when you get that. Like, I can understand that.
Then she mental breakdowns in the shower. But I think it's time we hear from Yan Bean.
Who's that?
Oh, I can't operate you.
Why is it
control
not
and version
working? Turn it on and off again. That normally works. Who's Yan Bean?
Yan Bean is the voice of the substance. Your role is quite unique. You represent those who produce the substance. How did you approach this responsibility?
How do you produce a role that has no genuine substance to it? How do you become a thing that doesn't mean a thing?
Well, this is how you answer questions like that. Well, maybe I do produce a substance, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just the guy behind the desk answering the phone after discussing the character with Corlina. I'd say it's a bit of both. I represent the company that creates the substance whilst also serving as their customer service guy. But it's more that I am the product itself. I am the substance.
So I get no answers. So he doesn't even know himself, basically, is what he's saying.
Pretty much, he's dancing around the idea of the question.
Fabulous.
The film explores the themes of identity and transformation in a unique and unsettling way. What's your interpretation of the message and how did you embody your role in such a bold narrative? Great question. I think we can all relate to both Elizabeth Sparkle and Sue in different ways, and maybe in a strange way we can also identify with the substance itself, the person answering the phone. Maybe that's us at some point. I even started wondering, could there be other people answering those calls? It could be you. It could be me. Maybe we will all share the same voice, the voice of the substance. Holy fuck. Are you writing the sequel's opening brief? Beyond that, the substance represents the desire to create a better version of ourselves, but also the danger of losing control in the process. It's both the antidote and the poison. When someone wants to change, that transformation has to come from within. No one else can truly do it for you. But at the same time, change is unpredictable. It can lead to something incredible or something disastrous.
He doesn't know what he's on about. He's rambling.
Well, actually, can it ever really go well? I guess we need a sequel to find out.
Can we just get a sequel to know? Can we just get a 17-minute explanation video of what the Can we just get a little 17-minute video being like, "Hi, I'm the guy that made the substance. This is why I buy." That's all I want.
No. Not even in the 15-minute behind the scenes are you going to get that shit.
No.
And
she might not even know herself.
I don't think she does, but it's a Sue day. Yes, it is. Sue's furious with the state the room's been left in. She stockpiles and back juice every cup and jar in the house, pull back into mad darkness. 3 months later, it's New Year's Eve. Sue has a man. Flowers, big New Year's Eve flower pot. Clean apartment, but no back juice left. Well, shit. Phone call with the substance told him she must switch to regain fluid. That's just caught up. That's probably going to be 15 minutes of real world playing. Sue crawls to the bathroom and begrudgingly switches. Time to see the monster Sue created. The man goes to see. The man is locked out of the toilet by one cussed looking man bum.
Yeah.
I was writing a note and then got distracted by the fact that I got to see some man bum finally.
I'm
It's
so
important to
happy
me.
there was no penis.
I was waiting. I needed it. Elizabeth Sparkle looks like the doctor in that one episode with the master, but it's like she wants to kill me.
Yeah, there was another Doctor Who reference I made, so I can't remember what it was.
The man then runs away. The way Elizabeth Sparkle and Reldown was horrible to watch, like a little gremlin creature thing, but it was also fucking hilarious. How long could this go on for? Like, how long could Sue milk the monster for? Before, like, would she end up even more like the doctor from that one episode? Elizabeth Sparkle stops and requests that It's over.
Terminated.
It's over.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look like a monster for the rest of my life now. She looked like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Some form of
She looked. Is it the episode that you're on about? Where he like reverses his age to go. Yes.
Elizabeth Sparkle goes to the stopper in the yellow coat. Camera bobbing up and down. It's a very frantic journey that we've seen so many times, but this time it actually felt warranted. She drags Sue to the main room in the house. She hears the Substance voiceover man say,
"It's so funny that they drag each other
"Are
as
you
well."
sure?"
It shows how much they don't care about each other by the fact that they're dragging each other. Because both of them do it to each other. It's not like they're picking up each other to look after themselves. They're just dragging each other.
Once again, no one looks at Elizabeth Sparkle as she walks down the street. No men are interested, but they're all interested in Sue when she walks down the street. How does voiceover man just connect to your brain? Anyway, she injects Sue with the Terminator. Done, 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 done. Terminator claps. So on and so forth. I like the flower on the desk, because there was flowers on the desk at the beginning.
Roses,
Or something, we full circle thing, couldn't be asked. Elizabeth hates herself. She tries to get Sue to come to life. You're the only lovable part of me. She uses the tubes and brings Sue to life. Both of them now walk the earth. Well, shit. Moore and Qualley, who have spent this entire movie playing the same character, finally get to be in a scene together.
I know, like, hey guys, hey girl.
Sue sees the Terminator and chases the gremlin, kneeing her WWE style through the flame. Elizabeth Sparkle flies, and then there's obviously wire work involved in that stunt. Sue chokes her out. They engage in a good fight and chase.
Imagine being in that costume, that big outfit, and flying in there. That'd be so funny.
This is where I really stopped liking the film, but at the same time, this is when chaos.
Turn the light on. I realise it's now so dark.
Go for a light if you want. I will fix this in post. My favourite quote.
Very orange.
It's alright. We've established the light has been switched on. Sue kicks the shit out of Elizabeth Sparkle in the toilet. This is when Chaos Energy Ryan started. Film Ryan started hating the movie here fully, but Chaos Ryan started to become
this is like new Doctor Who.
Yes, because she kills her by smashing her head repeatedly into the mirror.
Making her look at each other, which I did like, because most of the film was basically just them looking at themselves in the bathroom. That's the thing, the film was just basically shot in like 3 locations, and that was it.
A very bloody face, which was a dummy head made, and a real mirror was smashed in real time.
Yeah.
So if they fucked it, well, they fucked it.
Yeah.
Sue is her own person to me. Like I haven't connected with the fact that they are one at all.
No, I think
and I think that might be one of the reasons that I don't feel it as much, because they're two different people.
In the film, there's also no connection either, because they've got no care for each other. There's also no explanation if they share the one consciousness, because that's the thing. I feel like if it was, I just feel like the substance or the order, whatever the fuck it was, would be a bit more respected if the older person got in control and she saw that her finger was withering. I feel like after that would have freaked her the fuck out, and she would have, but I don't know. And that's why I feel like the lines are really blurred. I feel like maybe even the director herself didn't even process what that meant, and I feel like that's why the film itself lacked substance, because they didn't actually figure out what the substance itself was and how it worked.
An easy way to get around that: don't include the substance in the substance.
Yeah.
Don't answer questions. See, in a student film, that's a student film. See, if you don't have the A budget or B idea as to how to get away from something, don't. Call it experimental.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Sparkle then crawls into the living room, and Sue kicks her flying through a glass table.
She literally.
Yes, and then she kicks her to death. And it's all in the ass. Like, it's purely because of that ass. Fuck, that's brutal is what I wrote here. Remember, you are one, says voiceover man in the head. And we then see one tree split into two.
Yes.
The motorbiking scene from earlier, and Troy. What the
Why is
fuck
Troy
does this
back? Why is Troy back?
It's alright, Elizabeth Sparkle's dead.
And then she comes back alive.
Don't worry about it. Oh, wow.
Oh, doom is happening. Oh.
We are so close to the end of these slides as well. There's an hour 15. Man bomb. So we're round about here. We're on what now? Sue walks in the orange corridor. Are we on what now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dead. Yeah.
What now? I guess, because we just cut to what now. Sue walks the orange corridor, big blue Sue dress. Cinderella-esque.
And there was a wee ghetto as well in the thing, and I think that also just shows what I think I touched on this. It's like how young girls look up to these pop stars like Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter and all these different people, and how they kind of push this idea of sex onto young kids as well. Like they do. Like all the Sabrina Carpenter things is all about sex and stuff like that. Excuse me, you have little girls and it's on the radio and stuff like that, and it's like so.
Being in the so I went to Craig Tower recently for a pint. Because we were passing by after walking home from the Maidens, And we're in this room, and there's all the like 5-year-old girls dancing on the dance floor, and Hot to Go comes on, and it's just a sea of 5-year-old girls dancing to Hot to Go. As I'm just kind of sat there with my Guinness, being like, it's really fucking weird.
Like I know that's the thing. Like it is strange that we allow our young kiddos to listen to these songs, because men, like young boys, to my unless, do you know what I mean? But to my knowledge, none of them really have interest in it. Like I've got like little cousins that are male and female, and I've got like little brothers and stuff like that, and nieces and nephews, and none of them are like interested. And it's all these young kiddos, and it's just it's scary, because even me, like I'm 20, I'm old, and it's just like, even to me, it's like, yeah, like Sabrina Carpenter, and I do like these things, but that doesn't appeal to me. Like I feel like as well, especially as I've gotten older, I feel like I've covered up a lot more. Like when I was 18, like it was like, tits were out, but I never viewed it as a sexual thing until I realised that men do, and that's why now I'm like, okay, I feel more comfortable being covered up, because I know I get the way that men see it, because I never viewed it that way. And I think that's kind of how brainwashed women have been, is just because it's so normalised, where I'm just kind of like, oh, this is a really cute outfit, and it's like, no, everything's on show, and it's because a man wants that to be. And I think that's a really scary thing, and I think it's scary, because like that's been like my little sister, I know she is 16, so she is a bit older, but she loves all these like pop stars and stuff like that, and I'm like, what message is that really sending to our young women? It's quite worrying. It's like, why are we not bringing them up in artists like Erykah Badu and stuff like that?
The guys interpreting the same.
Yeah, exactly.
They're seeing this and taking that as normal, because that's what's being presented to them.
Exactly.
As well. So
I know.
it's changing anything.
I know, exactly. It's fucked, but it's also meant up there's that perspective as well.
Trump.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Do you have a nice bit of Ryan analysis to go back to my completely needless analysis? She's wearing a Cinderella dress, because Cinderella is a princess with a deadline to get home, or she'll become less pretty.
I didn't even think about that. That's clever.
Fuck yes.
I didn't even see it as a Cinderella dress as well. I just made that crossing principle. That's smart.
I can do a good analysis.
Proud of you.
Twice a film.
Yeah.
Anyway, she gets done a bit. My analysis doesn't get better than bum. She gets done up and can't hear. The toilet trip. She coughs out. She pulls out some tea. Where does this voiceover man come from? Because the characters can just hear.
He's God.
Voiceover man.
He is
God. I think that would be a really funny plot twist if the substance was God. Anyway, Sue walks into Dickie and a shit ton of Barbie suited men. My boys, the Barbie lads, are
and
in
then
here.
There's just one wee little ghetto.
There's a little girl in the crowd.
And she's traumatised.
The old men in suits are just watching, and pretty girls always
I just realised that little ghetto saw so many tits.
We'll get to that. Evil walk away, but the only evil walk away because the men were just blinded by ass, tits and feathers. And then the last guy, the most underpaid extra of all time, ass, tits, feathers. Goofy runs away. I love him.
He's so happy.
Sue pulls a nail off and loses an ear. Sue gets home and she reactivates, but you're not meant to do that.
Yeah. And she's begging, but that's the thing as well, she's begging for a better version of herself as well, and I think that also shows that no matter what age you are, you're always going to be insecure. Like, because young girls are insecure because they don't look like the people that they're seeing online. Older women are insecure because they don't look like the people that they see online, and it's just this endless cycle of everyone wanting to be better than they are, and I'm so fed up of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
As is Monstro Liza Sue, who just gets on with it.
Girl loves herself.
Absolutely.
She's putting her earrings on. She's curling her hair. She snaps her hair off, and she's like, oh well.
She is a better person of herself. She didn't give no fuck.
She was a cute patootie.
Anyway, so Farjo thought that the original monster design felt too masculine, so it was redesigned with more of a resemblance to Sue. It was meant to be graceful and tragic like Elephant Man. Sure. Farjo called it a Picasso of male expectations. It was a fully practical suit.
Picasso of the male expectations is that women can give birth to tits.
That is our dream. I'm being completely honest.
Tits that have an umbilical cord, mind I add.
Don't question it. Fully practical suit, and it was worn by Qualies, and then Elizabeth Sparkle's face was digitally added onto the back. It took 6 to 9 hours a day to apply. It was very hot, and she wore a kind of record driver style, race car driver cooling
vest. Yeah, I was going to
thing
say, she must have had
underneath. Quali would shoot as long as she could.
Wait, who wore it?
Quali, the actress.
Margaret?
Yeah, Margaret Qualley.
She wore it.
She actually wore it, yeah.
Okay.
And she would shoot as long as she could before she had a panic attack.
Oh.
She got severe acne from all of the glue that she used in her character. And she used that as a character kind of piece in a film that she shot afterwards where it helped her character. Kinds of kindness.
It's very much like The Wizard of Oz, when that film when they used lead paint and the original Tin Man
What
died.
a taxing
and
fucking
different-
shoot
Yeah.
for these actresses. During a break in production, Demi Moore got shingles and ended up losing £20. That's a random fact that's in here. To have more of those? No. Monstro puts on the blue dress and jewellery and the face of Elizabeth Sparkle as a mask. That's
That
a
comes
message.
back to the picture as well, because it was from that picture that she's got. And she put lipstick on herself and looked like Miranda sings.
Taken from the framed photo and super glued to her face. Is this a better version of Sue? She doesn't give a fuck. Quali found it easier to play in the
I
demanding
think that's
suit.
interesting though, because Sue's obviously still a part of Elizabeth, and the fact that she has used Elizabeth's face and not Margaret's, I think is quite telling. And the fact that it's Margaret's face on her back,
Yeah.
not Sue's, also very telling. Because that's the thing, she was asking for a better version of herself, and it's very much so Margaret. Not Margaret, Sue.
Yeah.
Not Sue! Fucking Elizabeth. There's so many fucking names!
There's two names. She spent 8 days shooting in the suit, and the stunt double did the white shots because there's a lot of white shots to get through.
Yeah.
She goes to the New Year's Eve party, and the first time I watched this bit broke me. Because it's time for some Kubrick and some 2001. Everyone claps in the audience corridor as she walks down it, not noticing, oh wait, it was a vision.
I knew, yeah.
Sue has
Yeah.
2 posters now. I felt like that was unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
TNA, which is not a professional wrestling company, it's tits and ass, run onto the stage. Children, women, but mainly men, are in the crowd. And imagine New Year's show, which is tits on the screen.
Yeah.
So I'm pitching to you, Swan
It felt
Lake,
very 1930s.
Swan Lake, naked, Jules Holland.
Great Gatsby.
Just the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, thus Stroke, out of the Struth stuff by Richard Strauss, kicks in, the buff of mankind, the buff of womankind, as Monstro enters. Yes, that is exactly what happens.
The moon landing.
The Monstro says some unknowable shit because she's not got subtitles yet. The men look confused, her mask falls, everyone's disgusted, she barks up a tit, burn the witch, a woman screams, a man shouts the monster, shoot the monster.
And then they just start pushing her about. It's like Piggy in the Middle.
It's Elizabeth, it's Sue, panic, people run, people begin attacking Monstro, a man smashes its heads in. Another grows in its place, blood sprays everywhere, covering the crowd, creating a slip inside of bodies, which is when bodies, drowning pools should have kicked in.
Yeah.
Real hose was used there with 30,000 gallons of fake blood sprayed over those stunt performers.
Imagine that's the thing. Imagine how many takes they might have fucked up and had to redo and clean the set. That would have been horrendous.
There's a really, really bloody bum shot.
Yeah.
And then a child cries.
I feel so bad. That wee girl must have been fucking traumatised.
It's so red. Monstro walks the orange corridor, blood going everywhere, cross-faded with the theatre room, there's so much blood.
Yeah.
Monstro walks outside, falls over, blows up. That's the end of that movie.
I feel like her blowing up was so anticlimactic. She
broke
looked
a
like
leg,
rubber. No, but it was. See, the way that she fell, I feel like there would have been so much more of a better way to do it. She literally just. It was like a balloon popping. Like, that's what her body looked like, was like rubber dead on the floor.
It was jelly skin and blood bags that were blown up on set. Elizabeth's face then crawls away from the mess. This was nicknamed the Gremlin. A full fake head was melted on set and
It was
Will's
like my
face was
jelly.
digitally added on top. Above shot of the star from the start and the face lands on top. What does it mean though? The subtext. I hate this shot even more. The light shines on the star from the stars as we zoom in and see, praise to you, Elizabeth Sparkle. You're irreplaceable. The final line of the script as the face melts onto the star and it's
And
cleaned up
leaves tomato
like
sauce
the
on the
beginning
floor.
of the movie.
Yeah.
That's the substance.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
2 out of 5. That was my Letterboxd review. It's just,
Incredibly critically acclaimed movie.
which I think is absolutely bizarre. Some people that I know that are like the biggest film critics gave it 4.5 and equated it to the film Frankenstein.
Sure.
No. Frankenstein's a masterpiece. The book is phenomenal. Substance.
Frankenstein's not a masterpiece.
The book is.
I've got a central argument as to why Frankenstein
No,
is
the
not
book.
an
The
argument.
book is amazing.
Sorry, not a masterpiece.
The film is subpar, but the book's phenomenal.
He's called Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
All they needed was one scene where Frankenstein's monster goes, you know what guys, I really don't give a fuck if he's called me Frankenstein because everyone's just going to do that anyway. Because it's always, because you always say, oh I really like Frankenstein, I saw someone dressed as Frankenstein for Halloween.
It's Frankenstein's
well actually that's
monster, yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Like, I've made it better. All I need is at the end of the book just a little epilogue where it's Frankenstein's monster saying, "You can call me Frankenstein." All my complaints against Frankenstein's monster is
If you could just be like, "Oh, I'm Frankenstein's monster, nickname Frankenstein, guys."
Easy.
Yeah.
Wraps up all complaints I have about Frankenstein.
The book's really good though. Have you ever
Fair
read
enough.
the book?
I can't read. I can't read.
The book's good. Audiobook.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Don't want to though.
that's fair.
Sounds like it costs money.
No, you can find people that read it on YouTube.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna.
Not gonna do
waste my time,
it. You're not
I
gonna
know
do
the
it.
story.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, I expected more from the film, and I'm wholeheartedly disappointed. I expected to really fuck with it. Because I remember you said to me the first time you pitched this to me, you were like, you're either going to like it or really hate it.
Yes, and I'm glad you did not like it because.
So am I.
Because this conversation would have been worse if you.
I think I
did.
genuinely should not have been allowed to be a film student if I liked that film.
But that's what the critics like. You're right. We need action movies.
No! Oh my god, everyone in my fucking college course, when we had to do icebreakers, and they were like, okay, so say your name and your favourite film. Action film I've never watched, action film I've never watched, man film I've never watched, man film, action film, Hi, my name's Mika, my favourite film is The Love Witch. Lecturer Richard. Yes! So I was speaking to him about The Love Witch. Sorry guys.
See, I've got such a great one for that. So Edinburgh Fringe.
Right.
There's an Irish, the English guy asked me my name and asked me what I do, and I'm like, oh, I study film. And he's like, oh, this guy front row at a fringe show in Edinburgh studies film. What's your favourite film? And I'm like, Paddington 2.
Yeah.
Genuinely might have been the best joke of the night. It wasn't a joke, I had to try and convince him. No. It is.
Like it actually
Like it is Paddington 2. And if you were to not believe me, I would tell you it's in Canto. And if you were to not believe me, I'd tell you it's RRR.
I'll show you my letterbox. I actually do really love RRR.
Best movie.
It's so good. It's
Best
so
movie.
funny. It's
Absolutely.
as I kept saying, Fireboy and Motor Girl, and I kept relating. Were you there when I watched
Super
it?
Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers. It's because I was really stoned.
That's what makes. I mean, it wouldn't make the substance better. You just haven't been seeing a lot.
I think I would have been really parried if I watched that on any substance.
Ass. It really is the only way to review the movie is its ass.
Ass.
Because that's
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm
ass. It's ass. It's so bad.
But it is also so needlessly entertaining. I get a lot
At
of
the
pleasure
end,
out of all of the men being pantomime villains.
Yeah, I honestly would love more pantomime villains in my films.
Absolutely.
I feel like Doctor Who tried to do that though, and it did not work. Doctor Who tried to become a pantomime and it did not work.
I think it did. Like every episode of Doctor Who I was watching, I would be giving it the oh no it isn't, and then
I want
Doctor Who would be
Voodoo
like
Child back.
oh yes it is.
Give us Voodoo Child era. Give us back when Russell T Davies could write. That man is fucked. What can that man could not write for shit anymore. What else has he written since that's been good since that episode of Doctor Who? No idea.
All of Doctor Who.
And it's shite
You're
now.
wrong. I have to disagree. Like
He didn't. He only came back for these seasons because he died.
I'm having so much more fun with it.
I'm not. I'm really upset.
Jodie Whittaker was boring
Boo.
and bland. Capaldi was
Yes,
really good, but his
amazing.
stories were a bit.
Well,
shit.
the castle one was phenomenal.
He had some really
and he
good
had
ones
some
sprinkled in there.
beautiful monologues. He had
Yes,
some
absolutely.
amazing
That's
monologues.
because Capaldi can fucking read the phone book and I'd be interested.
Capaldi was in Glasgow not that long ago doing a surprise pop-up, Greg. My friend Liam met
Really?
him. Yeah.
Very nice. He does just pop up and play.
I
some
love
fun
him. So he's getting brittle now.
things.
He's released an album.
Sure.
Yeah.
Love to be Capaldi. Always.
Some of it's quite Bowie, but some of it's kind of shit.
That checks
But
out.
the quite Bowie ones are quite good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
But now they've just chose my two favourite things in film and TV, and it's Anarchy and Hair Dye. Just
So bad.
do it.
It's so bad.
It's when the substance got good. It's when they decided, right, we're going to break all sense of reality. We're going to have more blood than we can possibly try and get, and
I'm
we're going to
surprised
play.
some people didn't drown.
We're going to play the moon landing song.
Moon landing. Just when she watched, I feel like the moon landing would have been very funny if it was her reaching the star instead of her walking up to the stage.
I think she did that twice.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Run it back. You've ran back everything else.
You've done everything else but 5 times. Why not do the moon landing twice?
I suppose. Then people would think about the moon landing a bit too
Do you know
much.
what would have made it better? If when she was playing Brothers, if she did ballet.
She did do ballet if she was spinning around and
Oh, she was
releasing
confused and she
blood.
was. I
She
think.
got a shot from above.
Yeah, exactly. I wish she did ballet. I think that would have been really funny. Started dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have made no sense, but the film makes no sense anyways.
So any thoughts on the substances?
Oh,
It's not good.
sorry, just to cut you off. Also, one last thing. Why did the substance not have like a morgue team where they come and pick up the people that have used the substance? Why did they not do that to cover their tracks?
What happens next to this movie is the star and ratings draw to this television show is dead. Monsters are real. The substance will probably never get found. Actually, no, they would go to our house and they'd find the substance.
That's what I was thinking. That's why they would find everything everywhere in anybody's house that have died from the substance. Because we would see throughout the film of more customers and less customers and more customers and less customers of people dying or stopping the substance. So that's how I'm so confused about how it's not been a worldwide problem, unless the substance is only for the rich. But then that wouldn't make any sense because the doctor, but I suppose it's American so the doctor is rich. But he's kind of normal.
2 pictures for you.
Mm-hmm.
Men kneel these women from the substance.
But I don't think all women.
Sorry?
I don't think everyone that takes the substance is...
No.
But, do you know what I mean?
But what if Troy is an omnipotent character? I'm just basically trying to pitch Troy's life story because I know the actor's entire fucking life story. Troy is actually the man that invented the substance. He is the voice of substance. So he just drives around on his motorcycle because they kept showing us his fucking motorcycle.
True. Yeah.
And he is actually going to just drive around now that this has happened, clear it up, and fuck off. Or maybe little Oliver, who wanks to his mama.
Maybe that pitch it, that's the thing, maybe, or maybe it's just people that pass the USB around, but maybe that guy, the young one, is the guy's pitch. Because normally you wouldn't want anyone to know that you're doing it, because you want to keep that savings in case somebody tells. So maybe the doctor guy goes around and pitches it, and that's how he found her. Don't know.
We're all never going to know.
No, we'll never know.
And we're better for not, because it's shite.
It's shite.
Watch the substance.
Yeah.
Don't expect to get anything from that
Expect to be really
viewing
confused.
experience, other than
2 hours in life wasted.
40 minutes of ass shots.
Yeah. If you need a wank, it's a good film.
What the fuck?
Not saying for me, I'm saying for men, because that seems to be the purpose of it.
I spent the entire film wanting to put on more clothes.
Yeah, so did I. I felt very uncomfortable. I just felt I felt like a mum. I was like, what do you want to tell? See, when she was like trying to get somebody to get her a robe, I was like, yes.
My notes literally going from trying to make jokes out of the amount of ass to at the same time being like, no, but seriously, please put some fucking jokes.
No, I felt really uncomfortable. Like, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, the nudity didn't really make me uncomfortable because it's kind of like, that's just whatever, but it was just... It just is the vast amount. But I think that's kind of... This film was meant to be shocking, so it did that in the right way, but it was also kind of like, please, just... It would have been that if it was a man, woman, anything. Put clothes on. Okay, I'll give you my wardrobe. Yeah.
Where did Sue get her clothes from? Why do we not get to see shoe shopping?
Sue doesn't really own... Sue doesn't wear clothes.
I forgot that. She just has...
Sue has pants, crop tops, and one suit that she wears to work, and that's it.
Yeah.
And a Cinderella dress.
And leather.
And a yellow coat. That she stole from her mother, Elizabeth.
True, there's weird articles you can find where people are like, oh, mother, daughter. Can't be arsed reading them, I didn't find particularly interesting.
No.
I also didn't back that idea at all.
No.
But I do back the idea of 15 reasons as to why women should have a big butt. Especially the one that is like, man, they help you with stairs though.
Aye. You can climb.
What?
You can climb far with a big butt.
I think that's the message of the substance.
You can climb high in society with a big butt.
You can get Oscars.
With a big butt. But you can't do much more.
More ass, the more Oscars.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell that to Emma Watson.
Who?
Emma Watson. Harry Potter. She's... Okay, never mind. Wait, no, we really should not support J.K. Rowling.
No, true. Fuck Donald Trump
shit.
and fuck J.K. Rowling.
Fuck.
Some guy came up to Josh White in the street the other day and started quoting Harry Potter.
Why?
Because I guess Josh White looked like Harry Potter to this
He does look like a Harry Potter nerd.
And they made me sing along to the theme of Harry Potter.
Was the guy American?
I have no idea.
Or was he a junkie?
He was a drunk man outside of Central Bar.
Okay. He probably just thought, oh, there's Harry Potter. And that's my greatest fear. I hate Harry Potter.
I hate nerds.
I am a nerd.
Fucking hate it.
I study film. They've become what I hate.
You either live long. What is it? The fucking Dark Knight. I'm sure that's so many of your favourite films.
Yeah. No, I hate the fact that I've become a film student now. I've been corrupted. I have. I've been corrupted. I always said, I was like, I'm not going to be one of those photography people that get into film. Should have tried to create.
Normally, it's people in film get into photography as well. It's kind of weird.
It's a weird thing, yeah.
We all hate our job, apparently.
We do, but we love it.
Substance, man.
Living the dream. Hey, I mean, I always said during Spellbound that I needed another me. That would have been great to have had during Spellbound if I had the substance, so I could have like a week off. That would have been fabulous. Or even just now, I could send like a different version of me to go to work. Bro.
Would you substance?
No. I like myself. Yeah.
She genuinely gambled. She didn't know what was going to happen. She didn't realise she was going to become a different bit.
I know, that's what, and she was not surprised. That's what I'm like. Would you substance?
I would get the substance, so I would take it from the wee guy. I would pretend I was going to order it, just to find fucking answers as to what's going on, then probably like, try and shut it down, because it's a really flawed idea.
She could leave a little note in our locker and ask questions.
Time doesn't wait for no one, time soon moves along.
Is the lab in where the lockers are? Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? They'll have to be hidden somewhere. Like a door in the bathroom.
Russia. We're in Russia, right? And they'll just try to get to Americans before they can invade. It all comes back to
everything gets posted to that the lockups really quickly.
Yeah, that's once a week.
No, but remember
which is so inconvenient. You couldn't just give her a law.
No, but remember when she had to go to get the you die one, the black one. It was so fast.
Because fucking delivery man Troy on his motorbike.
Getting in there quick as.
Troy is the final boss of the substance, because much like that man who was the actual voice of the substance was like, I am the substance. Shut the fuck up. Troy is the substance.
Troy is the substance.
He's the main character, he's the protagonist, and he's also the best bum toucher in any film I've ever seen.
History.
I think that can't be disputed.
No.
He sets his record 57 minutes in and then breaks it an hour in. He does 2, and they're both awful.
But beautiful.
Nope. Yeah. Awful. So awful. I paused the film.
Really?
The first time I paused the film, the second I saw that. Why do you think I have the exact time code? 57:55.
Fair. Okay. Yeah,
I paused it and I was like,
why?
That was really unnecessarily shot like that.
Everything's unnecessary. It's meant to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, but this one was the one that got to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
The food the food was always going to work.
Yeah.
I thought I particularly cared about needles or teeth or whatever. Like.
Yeah, eyeballs. But when our eyeballs split into 4. Oh no. Just don't waste your time. Don't listen to people that say it's good. They've got bad taste. Or they saw something that we didn't see, and that's because they don't know film.
You think I fucking know film? My deepest bit of analysis was writing down bum and Cinderella. Blue. Cinderella, go home because pretty, not pretty.
Bum grab of the year. Troy.
I have that man's life story.
You're in love with Troy.
Am I? Fuck.
You're like, what's that girl from High School Musical? That's Victoria? Is that her? No, that's a character from Victorious.
I would take that
Troy Bolton and...
I'd take Bolton.
What's her name?
Harriet.
Vanessa something. That's her real name. Fuck knows that's you.
No.
Yeah. We're about ready to wrap up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vwomp.
Bye.